offered.
When a car hit me, I called my attorneys at the Barnes firm. They got me $2 million, 40 times more than the insurance offered.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. Is your case worth more than the insurance company says?
My job accident was worth 11 times more.
What's your case worth? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 Rider 500 per.
Hey folks, it's Joe Caldarelli, and I have to tell you that Barney Nissan has gone rogue. We've accepted a challenge to sell 200 Rogues in 60 days, and to make sure we hit it, we're going to sell brand new 2026 Rogues for less than a 25s. In fact, we're selling Rogues for less than any dealer from Albany to Cleveland. Get to the corner of Sheridan and Millersport and save a ton of money. Just don't sign anything until you check with
Mike Barney Nissan.
Awesome cars, great dealership, lousy jingle.
The Buffalo Bills pregame show is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
By New Era Cap, the official cap of Josh Allen and the NFL.
By Dr. Todd Shatkin and the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery.
By New York State, our schools are going phone free. Scroll less, learn more.
And by Dynabraid Tools, inspired in Buffalo, built by Wins.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Week 4 of the NFL. There are 7 home games remaining in this version of Highmark Stadium. Today, the Bills face the New Orleans Saints. And let's face it, they blow. They're not very good. Today should be easy, but as we all know, this is the NFL, and nothing comes easy. Buffalo Bills football is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com. Now, live from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, here's Sal Capaccio, Eric Wood, and your voice of the Buffalo Bills, Chris Brown.
Welcome back to Highmark Stadium. We're ready for the coin toss. We're going to go down to head referee Land Clark.
Tails. Captain, what is your call?
Tails.
The call is tails. And it is tails. New Orleans has won the toss and elected to defer. Buffalo will receive. Which way would you like to kick? Switch sides, gentlemen. Buffalo's choice this half. They will receive.
All right, so the Saints win the toss, defer, and the Bills will receive to start the game. It's just about time for our legend of the game, and for the first time as legend of the game, it's former center Mitch Morse.
Orchard Park, New York. Home of the greatest fan base on God's green earth. You guys ready to party? Okay, let's do it. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Where else would you rather be than...
All right, a good debut performance by Mitch Morse, who also chugged a beer at the end of that. That's a new twist. He made it his own there, Eric. That was pretty good.
Yeah, when I did that before the Steelers game a couple of years ago, probably not a good look. Drink a beer before the broadcast, but well done by Mitch Morse, longtime great center for the Bills. Hung it up after one season in Jacksonville last year.
Yeah, not a card for you to play. Opening kickoff is brought to you by Tullamore Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Blake Grupe set to kick this one off. Ty Johnson and Curtis Samuel back to return for Buffalo. So a roll for Curtis Samuel on special teams.
They allowed several
in the absence
and a blocked punt last
of
week.
Brandon Codrington, who's a healthy scratch. So healthy and active for Brandon Codrington as we are underway here in Orchard Park, and this one's going to be fielded by Johnson at the 8. Cuts it to the middle of the field at the 20. Now reverses field, and he is met right there and smacked and dropped at the 20-yard line. First guy on the scene was Danny Stutzman, the linebacker.
Looked like they had a return to the right side of the field. They kicked it deep left on the Bills there. Ty Johnson unable to circle the defense to get outside where all of his blockers were on the right and had just turned it up into the teeth of that kickoff cover.
It's the Bills' first drive of the game, driven to you by your Upstate Honda dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your local Upstate Honda dealer today. Bills come out in a 2 tight end set. Reggie Gilliam also on the field. He's going to retreat to the backfield in the offset eye. Allen under center here on the first play from scrimmage. Takes the snap, pitch play right. Gilliam leading him up into the hole. He's caught from behind by Cameron Jordan, the defensive end, after a gain of 3, perhaps 4.
Joe Brady put so much pressure on a defense, mixing up all the different personnel groups. We saw 13 personnel on the field with 3 tight ends for a ton of plays last week against the Dolphins, and there they started 22 personnel with 2 tight ends and a fullback on the field.
They're in 11 personnel now with just Kincaid, the only tight end. Cook to the right of Allen in the shotgun. Palmer in motion and now doubles back to the right side to join Shakir. Coleman on the left here. 8 on the play clock on 2nd and 7. Here's the snap. Allen back to pass, has time, looking over the middle, complete to Palmer. Racing away from the defender, tackled from behind by McKinstry, but it's a first down for Buffalo as he's out to the 41-yard line. The Shatkin first down, presented by Dr. Todd Shatkin in the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery.
Great pass protection on the play. Gave Josh Allen time to be patient in the pocket. He waits for the crossing route from Palmer to open up across the middle of the field.
It's a 14-yard gain. Here's Moore in motion, back to the right side on a tight split. Cook the lone setback, Allen under center. Hand off to Cook. Avoids a defender in the hole, spins off another tackle, and is up to the 42-yard line. So it's a gain of 4 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 6. Devon Godshaw on the stop, the defensive tackle.
And that's part of what makes James Cook so great is there looks like it could potentially be a loss on the play with a guy getting into the backfield early, and instead he turns up the field, makes that guy miss, and picks up 4 on the play.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Curtis Samuel has checked into the game for the first time. He split wide to the right in a 3-receiver set. Cook the lone setback here on 2nd and 6. Motion from Moore left to right. Fakes the handoff, play action. Back to pass, has time, steps up in the pocket, now going to tuck it and run, loses his footing, and falls down at the 43-yard line, so it's a gain of 1. Granderson on the tackle as he tapped him down there. Going to bring up 3rd and 5 here. It looks like Josh was a little frustrated they didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, and really there was yards to be had. He likely could have got the first down with his legs. Ends up just kind of tripping up over his own feet. It'll bring up the first 3rd down for the Bills. The Bills have been excellent on 3rd down this year, 5th in the NFL at 45%.
Ty Johnson into the game. He's flared out to the right in the backfield. Allen in the shotgun here on 3rd and 5. Just underway, and we're scoreless as there's 4 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Allen back to pass. 4-man rush. Out in the left flat. Complete to Samuel. Racing for a first down, and he's got it as he gets away from McKinstry, the corner. Out of bounds and into New Orleans territory. They're going to mark him out at the 48-yard line.
Curtis Samuel getting a jersey for the first time this year, inactive the first 3 games. There he starts on a slant route and then breaks it out to the outside. One-on-one coverage against McKinstry on the outside. Created about 3 yards of separation. Made it an easy throw and catch for the first for Josh Allen.
It's a 9-yard gain, so a fresh set of downs for Buffalo as it's Cook and Gilliam in the backfield in the offset eye. Allen under center. On 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 48. Handoff goes to Cook over the left side, following the blocks of Spencer Hawes and Reggie Gilliam, and he's got 5 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. McKinstry on the stop.
Well, Hawes came across the formation in motion and then ended up blocking out on the outside linebacker there, and they get him in motion there so that he can start that with momentum, and then James Cook did a great job of setting up his blocks.
3-receiver set here as Kincaid is on the field. Looks like he's going to be the early 11 personnel tight end here on this opening drive. Allen in the shotgun on 2nd and 5 from the 43. Kincaid in motion left to right. It's a tunnel screen to Shakir. Works his way through a tackler, stays on his feet, breaks away from another. 20, 10, 5. Khalil Shakir, slippery as ever, and he's in for a 43-yard touchdown. Wow!
Fans have been begging to see the big plays. There's your big play, and it comes from a throw behind the line of scrimmage on a screen. Breaks 3 tackles on the play. I have no idea how he kept his footing on the final one and then shows off that speed to break away from the defense.
Bills are lined up for the Catholic Health extra point. Catholic Health, the right way to care. Snap by Ferguson, hold by Johnston, kick by Prater is up, and it is good. 10:49 left in this opening quarter, and the Bills make quick work of their opening drive, and Khalil Shakir caps it off with a 43-yard catch and run. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Hey, Sal Capaccio here. Fall's in the air, and while football season kicks off, it's also the perfect time to get your home ready for winter. USA Insulation's premium foam seals every gap, keeping warm air in and that Buffalo chill out, keeping your home cozier and heating bills lower. New York homeowners may qualify for up to 80% off insulation costs with state and federal incentives. USA Insulation even offers spray foam for homes and businesses. Call 716-431-4500.
USA Insulation.
Or visit usainsulation.com.
Right here for the big plays and the big wins. Right here for the longest passes and the toughest runs. For the highlights, the cheers, and all the hey-hey-hey-hey-hey. At Univera Healthcare, we know what it takes to be here for Western New York teams, both on and off the field. Because our home, our hearts, and our focus are always right here. And not to mention, our favorite team is too. Learn more and explore plans at theuniveradifference.com.
Dear Bills Mafia, for the ultimate tailgate, check out Toyota trucks. Because when the grilling's done, Toyota takes adventure into overtime. Tacoma's as tough as they come. And the rugged Tundra wins big when the game's on the line. It's an all-pro lineup you'll root for every mile. Huddle up and find yours at Toyota.com today. Go Bills! Toyota, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.
Bills fans, the new Highmark Stadium will be unlike anything we've seen before. It's football first, fan-focused, and you, Bills Mafia, will make it louder than any other. New stadium seat selection is now open to Priority List members. Join the Priority List today by visiting buffalobills.com/priority list and placing a seat deposit. Be there for every unforgettable moment of Bills football. Learn more and join the new stadium priority list today at buffalobills.com/priority list.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Bills strike in their opening drive, and it was a strike from Josh Allen to Khalil Shakir on a short pass, and then Khalil Shakir did it the rest of the way. 7 plays, 79 yards, 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That's your Toyota drive time. It's driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. I was asking Chris and Eric in the break just to be sure that's a forward pass, right, guys? Because that's passing yards for Josh. If it's backward, it's rushing yards for Khalil Shakir.
Yep, it was a passing touchdown and a forward pass. Dynabrade Tools' first strike of the game, powered by Dynabrade Tools, inspired in Buffalo, built by wins. Kendre Miller, Velus Jones, back to return for the Saints here as they find themselves down 7-0 in a hurry. After that efficient opening drive by the Bills, Prater kicks it up and away towards the far sideline, fielded at the 2. Jones cuts back at the 20, 25, and is upended on a monster hit there by Cam Lewis, who spun him around and dropped him on his seat there. They mark him at the 31-yard line.
That was an incredibly efficient drive by the Bills offense on the first possession of the game. Josh Allen goes a perfect 3 for 3 for 66 yards. James Cook, 3 rushes, averaging 4 yards a carry.
Be interesting to see if this Saints offense tries to test the Bills' run defense, which comes into the game last in the NFL, giving up 156 rushing yards a game. Rattler under center. Here's motion from Shaheed. Handoff goes to Kamara, and he is dropped. And there he is, the big fella, Deon Walker, dropping him for a 1-yard loss.
There, Deon Walker's on the backside of the play, comes down the line of scrimmage to make that play in the backfield. That's a nice tone-setting play. They had brought Cole Bishop off the edge as well, which caused Deon Walker to slant inside the guard to be able to make that play.
Bills going with that same interior with Walker at the nose tackle and Daquan Jones at the 3 technique. 2nd and 11, crowd getting into it as the Bills are up 7-0 with 10 minutes left in the opening quarter. And there's some movement up front. And here's the problem. Did they call timeout or is there a flag? Flag is thrown.
Looks like we might have a timeout called by the Saints.
Prior to the flag, timeout. New Orleans, the first of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health. As the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills, care runs deep at Kaleida Health.
There looked to be some confusion on the Bills side of things with Taylor Rapp and Cole Bishop trying to figure out who is supposed to be in the deep high post spot. And New Orleans was confusing themselves on the other side of the ball. Have to burn one of their timeouts already here. 10:01 left in the first quarter.
There was an awful lot of gesticulating out there. Coming in live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank for what's next. Stack formation on the left. Single receiver right with Rattler under center. Kamara the lone setback. Pitch play to the left to Kamara. Bill's trying to string it out, but he gets through the hole, forced out of bounds. And that could have been flagged for a late hit there. As Cole Bishop forced him out of bounds, there was an extra cleanup from another Bills defender. I believe it was Taron Johnson. He was already a step out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
And this is where the Bills want to see some improvement. Their 3rd down defense has been a slow spot. It's been a rough spot for this Bills team to start the season.
Dime defense here for the Bills. Cam Lewis on the field. Bishop up on the line of scrimmage showing blitz. Rattler in the shotgun, empty set. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Here's the snap. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket, now going to take off and run, gets away from a defender and falls forward past the first down marker. He's got the first down. Cam Lewis had a shot at him and missed him.
The Bills showed 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. Everybody drops out, just a 4-man rush. Spencer Rattler makes Cam Lewis miss right in the middle of the field, able to pick up the first down with his legs. And this Bills defense is just really struggling on 3rd downs. They're giving up almost 44% of them.
3 tight end set from the Saints. The Bills counter with base defense. Shaq Thompson on the field. I formation with one of those tight ends. Handoff goes to Kamara, and he's wrapped up by who else? Shaq Thompson. The guy wastes no time making his presence felt in games, Eric.
And he made his presence known last week. The hit of the game against Achane out on a swing pass. Absolutely crushed him there on his first play of this game that he's in. Makes a tackle on a nice hit 2 yards down the field.
So it's 2nd and 8 now for the Saints with 8:15 counting left in the opening quarter. Bills up 7-0. Jordan Phillips getting his first action here as he's a practice squad elevation for today's game. Pistol look from the Saints here. 5 on the play clock. Rattler takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, going to step up in the pocket and run again. He's got wide open grass in front of him. He's got the first down and more, and he's into Buffalo territory and tackled at the 40-yard line by Tre'Davious White. There's a flag on the play, but it's against the Bills. Saints probably going to decline this one.
Yeah, they're going to get the Bills for defensive holding, and like you said, likely decline this one.
Holding. Defense number 27. A 5-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play. First down.
So they'll tack on 5 more yards, and that'll bring them down to the 35. So it's a 15-yard run by Rattler, and then the extra 5 makes it a 20-yard gain on the play. Saints staying in this 2 tight end set here on 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 30. And the Bills have got to slow this thing down here. Pistol look again from the Saints. Motion from the tight end Johnson as he comes over to the left side. Kamara behind Rattler. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his right. Has an open receiver, and it's Johnson, the tight end, who got away from Taron Johnson. Falls out of bounds over the far sideline. It's another first down and a gain of 17 on the play.
Johnson fell awkwardly at the end of that one, limping off, going off to the sideline now, likely to go see the trainers. Hard play action there. Spencer Rattler was out on the edge all by himself. That was an easy pitch and catch for him.
It's actually a gain of 12 on the play. So 2 receivers to the left, one's a tight end, 1 to the right. Pistol look again from the Saints. Motion from Stoll, the tight end, who now sets up on the left side. Here's the snap, handoff, goes to Miller, through a hole, gets off a tackle, gets away from another, still on his feet, and he's going to reach the end zone on an 18-yard touchdown run. Poor tackling there as 3 Bills defenders could not wrap up Kendre Miller, who brings the Saints within an extra point of tying this one up early.
Poor tackling to find that drive for the Bills. They let them stay on the field on 3rd and 8 on a Rattler scramble that Cam Lewis misses the tackle, and there Miller breaks about 3 to 4 tackles on his way into the end zone.
Groupie on for the extra point attempt here. He's the 3rd-year kicker out of Notre Dame. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick on the way, and it is good. 6:46 left in the first quarter, and we are knotted up at 7. This Buffalo Bills radio broadcast brought to you by Northwest Bank. At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, like the next Victory Monday. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Hey, it's Sal Capaccio. If you're looking for the #1 Volkswagen dealer in Western New York, look no further than Northtown Volkswagen. Now open in their brand new state-of-the-art facility on Sheridan Drive in Amherst. Check out the new Tiguan, 7-seat Atlas, or the Taos, all perfect SUVs for Western New York's 4 seasons. Visit Northtown Volkswagen today or online at northtownvw.com. They make it easy. Remember, whatever you're looking for, you'll find it at Northtown. Northtown, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
#1 VW dealer based on January to December 2024 Polk results.
Are you prepared for the unexpected? Power outages can strike anytime. Don't be left in the dark. Hi, this is Matt Schultz from TRS Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Excellence. We're one of the few local companies offering professional generator maintenance with a 15-point inspection for just $199 plus tax. Ensure your generator runs when you need it most. It's not just service, it's peace of mind. Call TRS today to schedule your checkup. TRS, powering tomorrow, comforting today.
At the UPS store, we get it. Being a small biz owner requires grit and hustle, but you don't have to do it alone. We've got your back. You put your heart and soul into your biz, we put ours into packing and shipping. While you're keeping track of your custom-made orders, our mailboxes are keeping your packages safe. Because we're here to help you be unstoppable with shredding, printing, notary, and more. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.
By Northtown Automotive. Get a Northtown Engine Shield engine warranty on virtually every new and used Northtown vehicle.
By Excelsior Orthopedics Express. Sideline with a sprain, strain, or break? Get to Excelsior Orthopedics Express.
And by United Healthcare. Find out more about our community plans at uhcommunityplanbuffalo.com.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Back here at Highmark Stadium, this is the Stellar Roofing Sideline Report. When quality counts, choose Stellar Roofing Siding and Windows. What a gorgeous day down here, guys. We are going to maybe hit 80 degrees, high 70s for sure. Hardly any wind at all. No clouds in the sky. And this is one of the very rare 1 p.m. home games for the Buffalo Bills this year. Really 1 p.m. games at all. This crowd is packed. They're ready, and they need their team to get back on the scoreboard after the Saints just tied it.
Blake Grupe on to kick this one away. Curtis Samuel, Ty Johnson again back deep for Buffalo. As we are knotted up at 7 here with 6:46 left in the opening quarter. This one going to be fielded by Samuel at the 3. Out to the 10, 15, 20. Cuts it up the middle. Meets a tackler, spins off it, and gets out to the 34-yard line. So a good drive start here for Buffalo's offense as Josh Allen leads the unit out after that 31-yard return. Take your life back with Catholic Health Joint Centers, nationally recognized for faster recovery and better outcomes.
Josh was 3 for 3 on that first drive of the game. Shakir, Palmer, and Samuels all coming up with catches for him.
They'll come out here in a 3-receiver set as Tyrell Shavers is on the right side by himself. Moore and Coleman on the left. Allen going to go under center here. Cook the lone setback on 1st and 10. There's a snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking back left side. Fires. And wide open is Keon Coleman, who's wrestled to the ground, but he is in to New Orleans territory at the 49-yard line. Isaac Yadam made the tackle, but it's a 17-yard pickup.
Bills have all 6 of their wide receivers active today, with Samuel being up as well, and 4 of them already with catches so far.
So a fresh set of downs here for Buffalo. As Jackson Hawes is checked into the game. 3 receivers set. Cook the lone setback with Allen under center once again on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Hand off to Cook. Cuts it back to the right side. Shakes a defender and makes something out of nothing there. Demario Davis had him dead to rights in the backfield, and he shook him out of his shoes and gets a 5-yard gain as a result. Cameron Jordan finally wrapped him up.
Saints brought pressure on the play. The Bills actually ran the play. They ran on the first drive with Hawes in motion as the lead blocker. But when James Cook saw penetration to that side, bends it back to pick up 6 on the play. That's a heck of a run by James Cook.
2nd and 4 here as we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Hawes and Gilliam on the wings of the formation here. Cook the lone setback, fakes the handoff, play action. Allen looking deep. He's got Coleman on the far sideline, complete. And he's wrestled out of bounds at the 24-yard line by McKinstry, who's getting picked on here early, Eric.
Yeah, he seems to be the target out there for the Bills to go after him. He was a second-round draft pick last year, and Keon Coleman's had his way with him twice. And early in the game, it was Palmer who was able to create separation going against him. Josh Allen looks like he's in total control out there right now.
20-yard gain on the catch by Coleman. Brings up 1st and 10 at the 24. 4:45 and counting. Left opening quarter. We're tied at 7. Cook the lone setback. Samuel in motion right to left. Handoff goes to Cook. Working over the left side. And he's got plenty of running room before he's tackled. It's a 7-yard gain down to the 17-yard line as the Bills are in the Relax red zone. Relax, we got this.
Some pushing and shoving after that one. Keon Coleman and McKinstry exchanging some words and some shoves after that one. And the Bills' offensive line came downhill on that Saints front there. James Cook was not touched until he was likely 5 yards down the field.
Allen going to go under center here as he's 5 for 5 so far in the game for 102 yards and the touchdown pass to Shakir. 2nd and 3 here with 4 minutes left in the quarter, tied at 7. Late motion from Moore right to left. Another handoff for Cook. Going to work it all the way back, and he's got the edge. 15, 10, and they finally run him down, and he elects to run out of bounds at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 9 and a fresh set of downs for Buffalo. Isaac Yadam shepherded him over the sideline.
Yeah, James Cook did that one himself. That play starts off to the left side, and he bends it all the way back to the right and outruns the Saints defense to the edge. He elects to go out of bounds, and I think part of the reason is because he had the football on his inside arm because he had originally started off that play to the left-hand side.
Going to go with a pistol look here. No, Allen's going to go under center. Cook the lone setback. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's motion left to right from Moore. Hand off to Cook. Through a hole on the right side, driving his legs, trying to find the goal line, and almost did. Dragged 2 defenders with him for a couple of yards. He's down at the 1. For a 190-pound back, Eric, he is powerful.
He's got some strength, he's slippery, and he also brings the home run hitting speed element to his game as well. He is an absolute superstar.
3 tight end time here, Eric, on 2nd and goal from the 1. Cook the lone setback. Allen under center. Motion by Hawes. Cook going to follow him, and he is into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run. The Cook is in the kitchen. And with that rushing touchdown, he becomes the Bills' all-time leader in consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. It's now up to 8 consecutive games. And Eric, since 2024, no player has rushed for more touchdowns than James Cook. He's got 21 since the start of last season.
That's already his 5th this season. 2 seasons ago, prior to 2024, he was having incredible production, just not the touchdowns. Well, those touchdowns are finding him now.
Bills are lined up for the Catholic Health extra point. Catholic Health, the right way to care. Snap by Ferguson, hold by Johnston, kick by Prater is up, and it is good. And the Bills have the lead back again. Up 14-7 with 2:29 left in this opening quarter. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
If you're injured at work or through the fault of someone else, call Losi and Ganji, your hard-working workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys. The attorneys at Losi and Ganji work hard, so you receive the maximum settlement for your injury. Last year, Losi and Ganji obtained more than $24 million for injured workers. Call Losi and Ganji at 854-1446 or go to losi-ganji.com. Losi and Ganji, Buffalo's workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hard-working Western New Yorkers.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go.
This week, it's a must-see matchup as Lamar and the Ravens visit Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Oh, my goodness.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Football game days are better with Paula's Donuts. Paula's Game Day Donuts are back. Chocolate frosted, dunked in crushed pretzels and chips, drizzled with red and blue frosting, plus football frosted donuts, red, white, and blue sprinkled donuts, and more. Order your Game Day Donuts at paulasdonuts.com.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Stop me if you heard this before. The Bills take 7 plays to punch it in the end zone. Another 7-play drive. This one went 66 yards, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. That's your Toyota drive time. It's driven to you by Toyota, the official car truck of the Buffalo Bills. You guys were talking about how powerful James Cook is. Yeah, I think he knows it too. On his way back to the sidelines, he looked at Dawson Knox and he gave him a flex. He had the arms down. He was flexing. He knew it.
Yeah, and he's got, it's crazy, 21 rushing touchdowns since the start of last season. No one's run for more TDs than him in the entire league. Matt Prater set to kick this one off. Kendre Miller, Velus Jones deep to return for New Orleans as the Bills are up 14-7, 2:29 left in this opening quarter. Kick comes to the near sideline, carries down to the 1, where Jones will take it. 10, cuts it all the way back to the right side, gets away from Cam Lewis, flag on the play. Dorian Strong going to make the tackle and force him out of bounds at the 24. 2 flags on the play now.
And this one's going to be coming back. Sam Franklin, who's been an excellent addition on these Bills special teams units, forces the hold right in the middle of the return.
Holding. Number 0. A 10-yard penalty. First down, New Orleans.
That's Ugo Amadi, who committed the penalty on Franklin.
And that was excellent coverage there. We're going to call that the perfect coverage of the game, and it's brought to you by United Healthcare. Find out more about our community plans at uhccommunityplanbuffalo.com.
So that penalty going to back the Saints up to their own 13-yard line. And the crowd in the end zone, those crazies down there, are going to get loud with Spencer Rattler right next to them. He's in the shotgun, empty set, and now Kamara back in. He's going to take the handoff, and he's got a wide open rushing lane, 20, 25, and gets upended by Cole Bishop, but he's out to the 30-yard line. It's a 17-yard gain. Boy, the Bills were not ready for that one at all.
Yeah, Joey Bosa lost a little bit of space out there as Kamara comes in motion and takes it almost like an end around from the shotgun. And there was a wide open gap outside once they got past Bosa.
Saints back up on the ball quickly, and pass is complete out in the left flat to the tight end Stoll, who's got a 7-yard gain. He'll bring up 2nd and 3. As we're coming live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank for what's next. Tre'Davious White on the tackle.
Yeah, Joey Bosa was able to read the play-action rollout there, but with Stoll wide open on the outside, unable to get to Rattler in time to affect him.
Rattler going to operate in the pistol here with Kamara behind him. 2 receivers to the right, the tight end on the left. Johnson now comes in motion. Hand off to Kamara, through a hole up the middle, and he's got the first down. New Orleans having no problem piling up yards here early as Greg Rousseau made the stop.
Yeah, they're already up to 93 yards on the game, 69 coming on the ground against this Bills defense.
Kendre Miller, who had the touchdown on the opening drive for the Saints, checks in for Kamara. He's the lone setback. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left as Rattler's under center. Motion from Shaheed on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Miller, and he's tackled as crashing down from his end position is Rousseau. Gain of 2 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 8 as we have 30 seconds and counting left in this opening quarter. We'll see if the Saints get off another play. Looks like they want to as they're going no huddle here. Saints have run the 2nd most no huddle plays in the league, second only to Washington. Here's the snap. Back to pass, looking right, has time. Rolling to his right now, fires, and the pass is complete to Shaheed. 2 yards past the first down marker, but there's a flag on the play in the secondary. It's against the Bills.
The Saints dialed up a shot play down the field. They faked the bubble screen, and the guy who normally goes out and blocks tried to slip by and run a deep route. The Bills were able to cover it.
Holding. Defense number 27. A penalties decline. The result of the play is a first down.
So it's a gain of 10 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for the Saints. And Shaheed got out of bounds to stop the clock with 11 seconds. But now they're going to restart it here, and it looks like the Saints are just going to let the quarter run out after the penalty stopped the clock. It's time to make the switch to the second quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com, Northwest Bank, for what's next. 14-7 Buffalo, but the Saints are into Buffalo territory. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Dash's Market, serving Western New Yorkers for over 100 years. Shop the family of finer foods.
By Firth Jewelers. For all the moments in your life, go forth to Firth.
By the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
By TRS Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Excellence. Powering tomorrow, comforting today.
And by Relax Honda. Relax. We got this.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons Inc.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zycam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zycam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zycam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zycam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zycam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zycam.com.
Driven by your Upstate Honda dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Look around the league, some scores going on right now. The Browns and Lions are tied at 7. Texans have an early 3-0 lead over the Texans. How about the Giants, guys? Up 7-0 early on the Chargers. Jackson Dart, a rushing touchdown right there for the New York Giants in his first NFL start. That's your NFL scoreboard, delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
1st and 10 here to start the second quarter for the Saints. Rattler under center. Shaheen in motion right to left, and he's going to take the end around. He's got speed, and he's got the corner. Dorian Williams shoved him over the sideline on the Saints side. He's out at the 40 for a gain of 5.
Tackling's been an issue for this Bills defense so far. The Saints averaged 8.8 yards per play in the first quarter, and a majority of that coming after contact.
Rattler going to operate from the shotgun here. Kamara to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Now going to tuck it and run, and he's wrapped up and dropped. And getting him there was Daquan Jones. And that should go for a sack as it's a loss of a half yard.
That'll be the second sack for the season for Daquan Jones in the middle of the Bills defense. Spencer Rattler there made a quick decision to abandon the pocket and try and scramble, and Daquan makes him pay.
3rd and 5 here for the Saints, and the crowd's back into it. Bunch formation on the right, tight end left, Rattler in the shotgun. Play clock down to 6. Rattler making a check. Play clock down to 2. Here's the snap. Blitz coming. It's Bernard. He wraps him up and drops him. But he threw the football as he was wrapped. Are they going to say in the grasp? Either way, the pass is incomplete. What's the ruling?
The official threw the beanbag down like it's a fumble on the play, which would essentially take the Saints out of field goal range.
Right on the field is fumble out of bounds.
Wow.
Intentional grounding will be considered if it's determined to be a pass.
For the Bills.
Well, either way, the Saints are going to lose there.
Yeah, they had the ball at the Bills' 40-yard line with a potential field goal attempt coming, and instead this is going to be a massive loss on the play for the Saints.
Get your winning smile from Dr. Todd Shatkin at the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic dentistry. We're going to take a break here. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Video assistance.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Paid actors represent actual clients.
After my motorcycle accident, my attorneys at the Barnes firm got me $300,000, 5 times more than insurance offered.
After my car accident, insurance offered $50,000. My case was worth over $1 million more.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. Is your case worth more than the insurance company says? Call the Barnes firm now. You might be surprised.
My case was worth $800,000.
What's your case worth? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 Grinder, 500 Pearl.
What if college didn't mean leaving your faith behind? At Houghton University, your relationship with Jesus isn't just welcome. It's the foundation to everything you'll do. Here, you'll grow in your faith as you prepare for your future. Whether you're headed for med school, the classroom, the boardroom, or anywhere else God calls you, Houghton will prepare you to live boldly for Christ. Live fearlessly at houghton.edu. That's houghton.edu.
It's a game-changing move in the world of accounting and advisory. Freed Maxick has joined forces with Witham, the 22nd largest public accounting and advisory firm in the nation. We're powering up performance with a shared vision to deliver even greater value to our clients in Western and Upstate New York. Experience the transformative power of Witham plus you. That's the power in the plus. Visit witham.com/New York to learn more.
Sal Capaccio here, encouraging you to get your tires from a complete tire center, Northtown's End Tire Center. Northtown sells thousands of tires every year because they offer a price match guarantee, free rotations for life, and a free nitrogen top-off. Get 24-hour tire roadside assistance, expert technicians, pay the lowest price in the market, and get in and out fast. That's what you want from your tire center, Northtown's End Tire. Start shopping at northtownauto.com. Northtown Automotive, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
103 yards, a touchdown, and perfect 5 for 5 on the game.
So the Bills have used their 2 tight end sets. They've used their 3 tight end sets.
They've gotten Gilliam involved.
All 6 receivers have been on the field through the first 2 possessions. I mean, they're all in the bag right now.
Yeah, Joe Brady's doing an excellent job of mixing up these personnel groupings as well as who's going to be taking those spots on each and every play. So hard to prepare for this Bills offense right now when they can attack you from so many different ways. They obviously have maybe the best quarterback in the NFL who can light you up through the air, and then they mix up those personnel groupings to put constant pressure on you to, one, figure out what's our alignment going to be defensively with these different groupings out here, and then they can also just put constant pressure on you with the run game. Then here comes the play action off of it.
Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, this is the Buffalo Bills annual Crucial Catch Game. It's the NFL's awareness and fight against all different kinds of cancers. That's why you see all different colors around the stadium, especially on the padding around the goalpost here. And just a little while ago during the last TV timeout, people in the stands standing, holding up signs for people that they want to make sure that they're fighting against cancer with and for. Really great gesture by the Bills around the NFL. You're going to see that this weekend, the Crucial Catch Game here at Highmark Stadium. It couldn't come on a more beautiful day for people to be wearing all their colors, whatever type of cancer and person they are fighting for and with. That is the Stellar Roofing Sideline Report with Quality Counts to Stellar Roofing Siding and Windows.
Yeah, always a very poignant moment here when they're all holding up their signs. You realize how much cancer affects just about everybody in our community. Cook the lone setback here on 1st and 10 from their own 13. Allen going to operate under center. Gilliam retreats to the backfield in the offset eye. Pitch to the right side to Cook, who's met behind the line of scrimmage on good penetration there. And making the tackle was Demario Davis, but Christian Boyd, the defensive tackle, with a helper there.
Running there behind Ryan Vandermark, right tackle, filling in for Spencer Brown here, who's out with a calf injury today.
Ray Davis checking into the game. It's a loss of 1 on the carry by Cook. So now 2nd and 11 for Buffalo here with 13:09 and counting left in the half. Allen in the shotgun, Davis to his right. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and now Palmer in motion right to left. Here's the snap, back to pass, 4-man rush. Throws looking deep down the right side for Knox, but it's batted away on a nice play there made by Jonas Sanker, the rookie safety.
Bill Sideline was looking for a flag, but that looked like a clean play as Sanker elevated and knocked that ball out of the air before Dawson Knox could get his hands on it. Josh's first incompletion of the game, now sitting here at 3rd and 11 and facing a potential 3 and out.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank for what's next. Allen in the shotgun here. Ty Johnson flared out to the left in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Play clock down to 5 here on 3rd and 11. Down to 2, here's the snap. 4-man rush, back to pass. Looking down the right sideline for Coleman, and he overshot him, and it's picked off. Picked off by Jonas Sanker, the rookie safety. 2 fantastic plays by the Virginia product.
Josh took a shot down the field and ends up throwing his first interception on the season. That's a heck of a play there by Sanker, and essentially acts like a punt in that situation.
Yeah, the Bills came into the game going 574 offensive plays without a turnover, and they've got one now. Today's Buffalo Bills radio broadcast proudly presented by Univera Healthcare, right here for Western New York teams on and off the field. 12:45 left in the half. Bills up 14-7, but New Orleans has the football, and this is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Lockport Outdoor Store, high-impact footwear and apparel for hardworking men and women.
By Belknap Heating and Cooling. For more comfort and less ka-ching, give Belknap a ring.
By USA Insulation, saving you money on energy costs comfortably.
And by Northtown Kia, West New York's #1 Kia dealer. Shop online at northtownkia.com.
Relax at Relax Honda. Wherever, whenever, and however you want to do business, we're here to help. Choose from our large selection of nearly 200 new Hondas in inventory, as well as pre-owned Honda models to fit just about any budget. Whether you buy or lease, pick new or used, have a trade-in or not, you deserve a hassle-free experience getting into the Honda you want. Relax. We got this at Relax Honda, 3590 Southwestern Boulevard and RelaxHonda.com. Visit us today. You'll be glad you did.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro. On them, it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24-monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month. Plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1/2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Back at Highmark Stadium, Chris Brown, Eric Wood with you, coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Saints have the football after the interception by Jonas Sanker, and that was the first turnover in 591 consecutive plays by the Bills on offense. It was a record. Last INT by Josh was in Week 16 against the Patriots. Dorian Strong into the game at cornerback opposite Benford. Back to pass on first down is Rattler. Completing the right flat to Kamara, has a blocker and Kendre Miller in front of him, but not much there as Strong fights off the block and makes the tackle. So we might see a platoon here, Eric, at cornerback.
Yeah, I don't think it'd truly just be a benching situation. Tre'Davious White's got 2 holding calls already in this game. Potentially a strategy coming into this where you get Strong some continued reps and get him more experience out here.
3 linebackers on the field, which means Shaq Thompson's out there with Dorian Williams and Terrell Bernard. I formation from the Saints. Rattler under center on 2nd and 10. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Kendre Miller. Coming around the left side. Blockers in front. But great tackle by Terrell Bernard, who knifed through the trash and made the drop right at the line of scrimmage.
It's an excellent play there by Bernard. Had a huge interception against the Dolphins a week ago. Puts pressure on Rattler to force the intentional grounding on the last possession and then comes up with a nice play there.
Miller stretched forward to gain 2 yards on the carry, but it's 3rd and 8 and the crowd's getting into it. Rattler in the shotgun here, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 5. Here's the snap, back to pass, blitz coming, fires, and it's through the hands of Chris Olave. It is incomplete. 4th and 8. And the punt unit is coming out for the Saints. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, Dorian Strong coming out of the game now. As you mentioned, he was on this series. Tre'Davious White doesn't look like anything's wrong with him. He's on the sidelines. Let's remember, though, Tre'Davious White had 2 holding penalties early on in this game.
That's right. Eric mentioned that. Khalil Shakir deep to return as Kroger on the field to punt this one away for New Orleans. Good stand there by Buffalo's defense. Here's the snap. Kroger with an Aussie-style punt, end over end. Bounces at the 1-yard line, and he gets the bounce that he wanted. Downed at the 2-yard line by Velus Jones. And that's what you try to do with those Aussie-style punts. Get them to bounce straight up or back into the field of play. He executed it perfectly as it's a deep drive start for Buffalo's offense. 14-7 Buffalo, 11-14 left in the half. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Jim Kelly. The choices that you have here in Buffalo are numerous. ECMC is at the top of the list. It's the caregivers. I remember when I was at ECMC, my first bout with cancer. I saw what they did for others, and it just didn't hit me. My wife, she continued to say she could trust the people that were there. ECMC, without a doubt, is one of the main reasons I stayed in Buffalo. My choice? Better health. ECMC.
Sal Capaccio here, encouraging you to get your tires from a complete tire center, Northtown's End Tire Center. Northtown sells thousands of tires every year because they offer a price match guarantee, free rotations for life, and a free nitrogen top-off. Get 24-hour tire roadside assistance, expert technicians, pay the lowest price in the market, and get in and out fast. That's what you want from your tire center, Northtown's End Tire. Start shopping at northtownauto.com. Northtown Automotive, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
Hi, this is David Bellavia. If you're a veteran that's been denied disability benefits, there's a law firm that fights for the veterans who fought for us. It's Hiller time.
I'm Tim Hiller at Hiller Comerford Injury and Disability Law. Don't take no for an answer from the VA. We'll fight every step of the way to get you the benefits you deserve.
Get a free consultation when you call 866-HILLER-LAW online at hillercomerford.com. 6000 North Bailey Avenue, Amherst, New York, 14226.
Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Driven by your Upstate Honda dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
We have one final in the NFL from this morning over in Dublin, Ireland. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Minnesota Vikings 24-21. That's your NFL scoreboard delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
All right, thanks, Sal. Deep drive start for the Bills at their own 3-yard line. Allen under center. Cook the lone setback. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And the tight end off the right side as well. Late motion from Moore, left to right. Handoff to Cook. Bends it back. Gets away from a defender in the backfield. Stumbles forward and out to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Quincy Riley tripped him up.
Backed up on their own 3-yard line. The Bills go with the hard count there by Josh Allen, trying to get the Saints to jump off sides to give them some extra room. Saints stayed disciplined there, though. James Cook able to pick up 4 on the run up the middle.
So a 2nd and 6 here for Buffalo with 10:45 and counting left in the half. Bills up 14-7 and trying to get out of the shadow of their own goalposts. Allen in the shotgun, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And now Cook flares out to the right, doubles back. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, fires, and it's complete to Coleman. He's got a first down as he's out to the 14-yard line. So a gain of 7 and a fresh set of downs for Buffalo as the clock continues to run. Pete Werner on the tackle.
Whenever you're backed up, the initial goal is to get a first down. You don't want to be punting from your own end zone. The Bills execute there. Now time to get in rhythm and see if you can put together a 97-yard scoring drive.
3 tight end set here for Buffalo on 1st and 10. As it's marked at the 15. Samuel is single receiver left. Cook the lone setback. Allen under center. Play clock down to 5. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Pass rush coming. Allen gets it off and it's picked off. Oh, it's dropped. Werner had it for an INT and he dropped the football as Allen took a shot for Cameron Jordan coming around the edge. Fortunate play there for the Bills.
The 15-year veteran beat Ryan Vandermark, getting his first start of the season off the right edge of the Bills offense.
Oh, it's actually Chris Rumpf.
Yep. And Josh Allen got his arm hit, which sailed that ball right in the middle of the field. And Bills extremely lucky that wasn't back-to-back drives with an interception.
Pass was intended for James Cook. He ran a route out of the backfield, and now they got to burn a timeout as the play clock's down to 2, and they're not even lined up yet. A little bit of a rough stretch here for the Bills. They are super fortunate that was not an interception. Pete Werner should have caught that.
Buffalo, the first of the half.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health. At Kaleida Health, every day is game day. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Sports Radio 550 WGR Buffalo and WKSE HD2 Niagara Falls, Buffalo, 98.5 FM.
An Odyssey sports station.
So we're going to keep it right here. Bills will face a 2nd and 10 at their own 15. As they've been a little out of sorts here on the last couple of plays there.
Yeah, Josh Allen starts off 5 for 5, just 1 for his last 4, and really fortunate that 2 of those weren't interceptions. The 3rd and long attempt down to down the sideline to Keon that got intercepted. You're often not that mad about those because it is essentially a pretty nice punt on the play. That last one, Ryan Vandermark just beating around his edge, and Josh Allen didn't feel it. Oftentimes you can see those coming off your right-hand side, but he was scanning the left side of the field in the middle, so he did not see Rumpf coming around the edge.
Wobbly ball, and maybe that's what made it so tough for Werner to hold on to it. It was a floater, as we don't often see that kind of pressure on Allen in the pocket. His line is usually pretty airtight when it comes to pass pro, but yes, Ryan Vandermark is the new member today with Spencer Brown down this week with a calf injury. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, you're also, you talk about being fortunate it wasn't intercepted. Also fortunate Josh Allen, took a shot there, as you said, on the arm. And I think one of the reasons why they were a little late to get out of the huddle was a couple of linemen were over there making sure Josh was okay. And they were kind of just getting their bearings about them after a play that went awry. And then they were late on substitutions and then ultimately had to take that time out.
So 9:45 left in the half. Bills up 14-7. And they've got a 2nd and 10 situation here, as the Saints defense has, for all intents and purposes, held up. New Orleans, incidentally, 9th in the NFL in sack percentage. They have 8 sacks in 3 games coming into today. And it is a new 3-4 scheme for them under Brandon Staley, the new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Carl Granderson's a really talented pass rusher, 3.5 sacks on the season. We saw Rumpf apply the pressure there. And then Cameron Jordan, getting older, 15th year in the league now, but one of the better defenders in the NFL throughout his career.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank for what's next. Cook to the right of Allen in the shotgun, and now motion from Shakir right to left. He'll set up 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Fires underneath, complete to Shakir. Tries to get away from the defender, but able to wrap him up there is Werner, the linebacker, after a short gain of 3, perhaps 4, depending on the spot.
Josh Allen took another shot in the pocket there, ended up on his backside at the end of that one. 3rd down coming up for the Bills, who are 1 for 2 on the day on 3rd down.
So a 3rd and 7 here with 9:18 and counting left in the half. Bills up 14-7. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right with the tight end Kincaid. Ty Johnson flared out to the left in the backfield. Allen in the shotgun. Play clock down to 4. Down to 2. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Pumps, and now has to roll out to his right. Looking for someone downfield. Heaves it. And he's looking for Samuel, who lost his footing, fell down, and it's incomplete.
If he doesn't lose his footing, it's likely going to be a PI down the field.
Alante Taylor, who was in coverage, also slipped and fell and was injured on the play, it appears.
He's laying out of bounds on the Saints sideline, but he's immediately being addressed by the trainers. Josh Allen, I thought, had Ty Johnson, who had released out of the backfield for a 1st down, but instead goes for the deep shot down the field. Keon Coleman was decked on the play, past 5 yards, potentially should have been illegal contact, but instead the Bills are going to be forced to punt.
Cameron Johnston back to punt this one away. Rashid Shaheed, a very dangerous punt returner, deep to return for the Saints. Saints are showing block, but they back off. Johnston gets this one away. It's a high hanger. Signaling for the fair catch is Shaheed, but it's another great drive start for New Orleans at their own 41-yard line. As that was a 41-yard punt, no return. There is a flag on the play on the far side. So we'll see what this one's about. Lan Clark, your head official today, in his 8th season as an official, 6th as a head referee.
3 touchdowns to start this game by both teams on the opening 3 possessions. These offenses have surely slowed down at this point. Back-to-back punts for the Saints and a punt there for the Bills and an interception on the prior.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 69. A 10-yard penalty from where the kick was caught First down, Northern.
So that'll back the Saints up to their own 31 here for their drive start. And on this defensive series, it looks like Tre'Davious White is going to start at the cornerback spot opposite Christian Benford.
Interesting, when we've seen platoon systems in the past, it's oftentimes 2 possessions on for one, 2 possessions for the other. We may be looking at a 2-and-1 situation here.
2 for Tre'Davious, 1 for Strong.
Correct.
Yeah, that looks like the rotation.
Jordan Phillips back in uniform for the Bills today, getting called his first call up for the season, doing his ever famous get the crowd up before the start of that next Bills defensive possession.
He is the ultimate hype man. 1st and 10 from the 31 here for the Saints. Pistol look. Single receiver right is Olave. 1 receiver left. And now we've got Kellen Moore talking to one of the officials on the far sideline. Not sure what this is about, but here comes Land Clark, who's now talking.
Correction. The holding is on the kicking team. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the play. First down.
So apparently the Saints were aware of what the penalty should have been, alerted the staff, and the officials got it wrong, I guess, at least in terms of announcing it.
Now the Saints are going to get great starting field position for back-to-back possessions, starting at the Bills' 49-yard line, a 20-yard swing there.
So their 1st and 10 is on the Bills' side of the field at the 49. Reed Ferguson, the guilty party. That's also why my spotter, Mike Mullane, couldn't identify who the penalty was on for the Saints, because there's no number 69. Pistol formation here from the Saints on 1st and 10. Snap to Rattler, handoff to Kamara. Working through traffic, but he's wrapped up by Greg Rousseau, who drops him at the 45 after a gain of 4 as he took him for a bit of a piggyback ride there. Terrell Bernard's shoe came off. He's trying to put it back on, but that's hard to do with gloves. See if he can get it. He's also the guy calling the play defensively here.
The Bills might be
going to stay down. Is he okay? That's the next question.
So if you can't get your shoe on there, you stay down on the ground, which will take you off for a play, but it allows you to make a substitution and still have the proper communication. But the trainers are going to come out there. Hopefully this isn't an injury. The Bills are already starting this game without starting linebacker Matt Milano.
So hopefully this isn't a big deal, but we'll get the update as soon as Sal gets it down on the sidelines. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Saints on the next play from scrimmage from the Buffalo 45. We've got 8:14 left here in the half, and the Bills are up 14-7. But the Saints are hanging around.
Yeah, Bernard still has his shoe off out there. Looks like they're looking at his left foot.
He's walking off under his own power. 1 shoe on, 1 shoe off. So for a play at least, Joe Andreessen is going to come in and play middle linebacker for Bernard. Dorian Williams in there as well.
Getting a shoe back on is not always the easiest when you have your hands taped, your gloves on, and all that. Oftentimes it takes assistance from a trainer. Terrell Bernard has taken off his gloves to get his shoe back on.
Let's go down to the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, I think he might have gotten stepped on, which caused his foot to come out of his shoe. And then, but the way he was kind of pointing to his foot there, definitely a little bit of concern initially, but I think he got stepped on. And of course, that could be an issue because that's why Ed Oliver is not playing again today for his 3rd straight game after getting stepped on in practice.
So Bernard is getting ready to re-enter the game, but he has to stay out for 1 play after sitting down and forcing the substitution. So Andreessen will run the defense for this play on 2nd and 6. Bills in a nickel package as the Saints have 3 receivers on the field. Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for What's Next. Chris Brown, Eric Wood with you. You surprised the Saints have hung around, Eric?
Well, the Bills have had opportunities. They've gotten the ball back twice with an opportunity to go up by 2 scores. Terrible opening possession on defense for the Bills with poor tackling. Allowed them to tie it up early. The Saints, although 0-3 on the season and got blown out by the Seahawks last week, they played 1-score games against the Cardinals and 49ers in the first 2 weeks of the season. And the Bills come in this game as a 2-touchdown favorite. But most games in the NFL are competitive, at least, till the 4th-ish quarter. Most NFL games decide by 1 score or less. So this is a team in the Saints that are young. You have a new head coach. They're a hungry team, and they'd love nothing more than to shock the world and come into Orchard Park and get a win here today.
This is the 4th straight opponent the Bills have faced that come into the game winless. Obviously, the Ravens did, having not played a game, but each of the next 3 opponents winless as well. Pistol formation here. Rattler takes the snap, handoff to Kamara, dodges a tackler in the hole, and Joe Andreessen makes the stop about a half-yard shy of the first down marker, just inside the Buffalo 40. Going to bring up 3rd and inches here as Terrell Bernard checks back into the game.
And this is likely 4-down territory for the Saints, even if they don't pick this up, as long as they don't go back too far. I mentioned how big of an underdog you are here today. You don't want to settle for a field goal.
Saints going with a 2-back look here. It's Miller and Kamara in the eye, but the sneak by Rattler is good for a first down as he's tackled at the 38. Dorian Williams made the stop, but it's a fresh set of downs for the Saints here. And as we watch the replay, Bernard was indeed stepped on by Jordan Phillips inadvertently on the play he had to exit.
That's a heavy player stepping on your foot, and I'm sure that didn't feel good with those spikes on.
1st and 10 for the Saints here from the Buffalo 37. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kamara the lone setback with Rattler under center. Shaheed in motion right to left, handoff to Kamara. Over the right side, but he's stopped by Bernard, who drops him. Got a helper there from Rousseau after a gain of 2. Little extracurricular activity after the play as Kamara did not appreciate the tackle.
He got lit up by Bernard on the play, and then Rousseau fell on top of him, trying to get up off the ground, put his arm down on Kamara before getting up off the turf.
2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain by Kamara. Kamara up to 38 rushing yards on 8 carries. He's averaging 4.8 per rush. He's to the right of Rattler in the shotgun. Crowd trying to get back into this thing. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Blitz coming, and it's Bernard again who forces him to throw it away as he dirts that one in the direction of the tight end Johnson. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
There's no fouls, intentional grounding. Number 83 is in the area.
Looked like the same exact blitz, Eric.
Yeah, as soon as they motioned Kamara out of the backfield, Bernard knew that there was not a blocker for him, so he fires on the play and comes scot-free.
Rattler in the shotgun as the Saints got back up on the ball. Crowd really getting loud now, trying to make it difficult for communication. Rattler screaming at his offensive line for a check. Play clock down to 5. 3 receivers left. Rattler in the shotgun. Play clock at 1. Handoff to Kamara, who is slammed and dropped by the rookie, Deon Walker. Big Daddy with a big stop.
Couple massive plays by Deon Walker in this one. The first play of the game, and then here, looks like the Saints were either going to try and get half of that and maybe go for it on 4th down, or potentially not let their second-year quarterback make a big mistake like you did earlier and take them out of field goal range.
They're going to try a field goal here. 54-yard attempt by Blake Grupe. He is 0 for 2 this season from 40 yards plus. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is long enough. And it is good. A 54-yarder is good by Grupe as the Saints pull to within 4. They trail 14-10 with 5:31 left in the half.
Looked like the Saints had some momentum there after getting that first down on the QB sneak by Rattler, but on 3rd and 8, Deon Walker with the big boy play in the middle of that Bills defense. We're going to call that the momentum shift of the game, and it's brought to you by Northtown Volkswagen, Western New York's #1 VW dealer, Northtown Volkswagen.
Yeah, the defense has done a nice job here. Force a punt on the turnover drive, and then they force a field goal here after another short field is handed to New Orleans after the offense has to punt again.
Yeah, after that opening drive, the Saints haven't done a ton offensively. Had really poor tackling on that first possession of the game as Miller goes in for the long touchdown run. This Bills defense has settled in, and they've been better on third down here today. Saints 2 for 5 this game.
Ty Johnson, Curtis Samuel, deep to return for Buffalo as Groupie kicks this one off right down the middle. Fielded at the 2 by Samuel. Out to the 10. 15-20. Looks to cut it back. Slips. And his momentum carries him forward out to the 28-yard line as Velus Jones made the tackle. Let's go down the sidelines to Seth.
Yeah, Deion Walker getting a lot of love down here on the sidelines, guys. He comes over, he had coaches and players dapping him up, including his draft classmates, Max Harrison and Landon Jackson, two of the guys really congratulating him on a great series.
Made the play early in the game on the first possession, made another big one there on third down. So the offense is going to try to get right here after a couple of sputtering possessions through the first and second quarters. Ty Johnson, the lone setback here as Allen goes under center on 1st and 10 from the 28. It's an end around for Elijah Moore, trying to get the corner, and he does not get it. Good pursuit, and forcing him over the sideline and out of bounds was Quincy Riley.
The Bills have run that play with Moore these last couple weeks. Saints prepared for it as they saw him come in motion there and able to string that out to the sideline. Elijah Moore had been averaging 6-7 yards a pop on these past couple weeks.
This one loses a half yard, so it's 2nd and 11. Cook into the game now to the left of Allen in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Play clock down to 5. Here's the snap. Blitz coming. They pick it up. Allen in trouble now, though, and he's dragged down by the veteran Cameron Jordan with his 124th career sack. It's a 7-yard loss, and now it's 3rd and 17, and the crowd has fallen quiet here in the latter stages of the first half.
Cameron Jordan was rushing one-on-one against Ryan Vandermark, who's been beat a couple times early in this one. Tough when you haven't played at all this year, and then you come into a game like this against some pretty talented pass rushers.
So 3rd and 17. See if the Bills can somehow convert here, but this is a long one. And the snap is not made as everybody else moved, but the center, Connor McGovern, and it's going to be a 3rd and 22.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Deion Dawkins is going to get credit for that one, but most of the Bills' offense moved besides McGovern, and this offense that looked like they were in total control early on in this one with back-to-back touchdown drives has just gotten out of sorts.
They are going in reverse here on this possession, which started at the 28. They're at the 16 now. Allen in the shotgun, empty set. There's the snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming again, and he's going to go down again for another sack. Curtis Granderson made the sack that time. He's now got 4.5 on the season, and the Bills, who are not known for giving up sacks, have given up 2 on this series alone.
Bills gave up the fewest sacks in the league a year ago, and here Josh Allen just gets stuck in the pocket as he's trying to scramble up into the formation. The interior of the pocket had retreated far enough where he had nowhere to go. Osiris Torrance was beat on that play.
They better be careful here because Johnston's 9 yards deep in his end zone. He gets the kick away. Not a great punt. Fielded at midfield by Shaheed. Through a hole and tackled by Javon Solomon at the 40-yard line in Buffalo territory. 2:52 with which to work for the Saints. A field goal pulls him within 1. A touchdown would give him the lead. So we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next.
Yeah, Saints with a potential 2-for-1 opportunity here. 2:52 left in this half. 2 timeouts. And then they're going to receive that kickoff after the half.
Tre'Davious White in at left corner opposite Benford, in case you're keeping tabs. Kendre Miller in at running back. He's going to sit on the right side of Rattler in the shotgun. Receiver to each side, and now Cooks comes to the right, and he's going to catch the pass at the 35, forced out of bounds at the 32. It's a gain of 8 on the play. Tackle made by Bishop.
Bills brought a corner blitz on the play. It was a good job by Rattler there, recognizing it, and as Christian Brentford came on the blitz, him hitting Cooks out in the flat.
Rattler under center now. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. In motion is Olave. Handoff to Kendre Miller. Through a hole. Another missed tackle. And Bishop finally gets him down on the ground, but not before he's down to the 19-yard line. It's a 13-yard gain as Bishop was the last defender and made the tackle.
There's a big hole right in the middle of that defense. Terrell Bernard had got washed by Eric McCoy, the center for the Saints, and the Saints are going to take this one down to the 2-minute warning.
Stay tuned for the ECMC halftime show. ECMC, go where the Bills go. 14-10 Buffalo, but the Saints are driving. It's the 2-minute warning on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Hey, Bills fans, Verizon's kicking off big savings, scoring a touchdown with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. It's a deal that'll have you doing an end zone dance. Don't get flagged for high prices. Huddle up at your local Verizon store today. You'll be tackling savings in no time. Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills. $20 monthly credit applied over 36 months. In time for congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
Hey, Buffalo, this is our town, our team, our pride. Just like our hometown football team, Dynabrade is built for success, made right here in Buffalo, and driving excellence around the world with powerful, precise, American-made tools. Built with precision, driven by passion, defined by pride. At Dynabrade, it's how we win. For over 50 years, we've built greatness through innovation, determination, and true Buffalo spirit. Be inspired. Be Buffalo. Be Dynabrade. Visit Dynabrade.com today.
Paid actors represent actual claims.
My attorneys at the Barnes firm settled my job accident case for 65 times more than insurance said they pay. Glad I called.
After a car rear-ended me, my attorneys at the Barnes firm got me $800,000.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. Is your case worth more than the insurance company says? Call the Barnes firm now. You might be surprised.
I called. My case was worth $600,000.
What's your case worth? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 Grinder, 500 Pearl.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up.
Powered by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills.
By Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Bills fans.
By New York State, our schools are going phone free. Scroll less, learn more.
And by Dr. Todd Shatkin and the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Here at Highmark Stadium, Chris Brown, Eric Wood with you, coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. We're at the 2-minute warning. Saints are down 14-10, but they are threatening. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 19-yard line. And Bills better brush up on the tackling here. Fundamentals is what Coach McDermott preaches, Eric. They got to get guys on the ground.
Yeah, it's been an issue here today.
Rattler under center. Miller the lone setback. Shaheed in motion. He's going to take the end around. They've got it strung out, though, as Taron Johnson forces him out of bounds. Great job by Cole Bishop there, Eric, to string it out.
Yeah, he came off the edge and read that play perfectly and able to force Shaheed all the way out to the sideline, who gets out of bounds to stop the clock at the minute 55.
Could have been a holding call, the way they were manhandling Bishop there. Rattler in the shotgun, 2nd and 10, 1:55 left. Here's the snap. It's a little out kilter. He's going to tuck it and run. Gets away from a tackle, looking for the first down marker, and he's 2 yards shy, down to the 11-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2. And they're running out there as there's an injured player for the Saints. Looks like it's an offensive lineman. Might be the right guard, Cesar Ruiz.
Yeah, he got rolled up on at the end of that one as the tacklers came in. They rolled right up on the back of his right leg. Didn't look good when it happened.
Timeout. Norland. The second of the half.
Yeah, it is fact, Cesar Ruiz, the sixth-year guard out of Michigan, former first-round pick. So this team timeout is brought to you by Kaleida Health. All heart, all hustle every single day.
So that forces the clock to stop at 1:47. If the Bills are able to get a stop here with 2 timeouts left, it would give them plenty of time to be able to try to put together a scoring drive before the end of the half.
Looked like Jordan Phillips was the guy that got rolled up onto Ruiz at the end of that play. Let's go down to the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, and I believe the Bills were trying to call timeout there to save clock for them, but because of the injury, now the Saints use the timeout, so the Bills still have 2 remaining.
All right. So they catch a break there. 1:47 left. And the Bills want to get one more possession here, Eric, because the Saints have the first possession of the second half after winning the coin toss and choosing to defer.
Absolutely. The Bills got to be keen to, if the Saints drop back the pass, to keep track of Spencer Rattler. He's got 4 carries on the game for 35 yards, doing a nice job of extending drives with his legs.
Torricelli Simpkins is in for Cesar Ruiz at right guard. He's a rookie out of South Carolina. Rattler in the shotgun, takes the snap, gonna tuck it and run, and it looks like he's got the first down. Bernard and Phillips wrapped him up, but he appears to have successfully moved the sticks with 1:42 left. And I think somebody called timeout here. Was it the Saints?
Timeout. Buffalo.
No, it's
the
the
second
Bills.
of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health, where the season never stops. So the Bills trying to save time here, even though it's a first and goal.
Yeah, 1:42 left. They're trying to get this ball back with as much time as possible to give Josh Allen and that offense a chance for points. The Saints on that 3rd and 2 play go with an old school option play, and Spencer Rattler faked like he was going to pitch it out to Miller, keeps it himself to pick up the first. Lucky he didn't take a massive shot from Terrell Bernard, who was coming from the middle linebacker spot. He gave him a pretty good shot, but he was able to duck under a lot of the contact.
Saints going to give the Bills a taste of their own medicine. 3 tight ends on the field, including one as a fullback. That's Maliki Mataval. I formation, Kendre Miller, the deep setback, takes the handoff through a hole. He's wrapped up and deposited at the 6-yard line. Dorian Williams, the one that finally finished him off. Terrell Bernard hit him too.
Timeout.
Cole Bishop in there to help.
Their 3rd and final of the half. Again, a 30-second one.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health, here to get Western New Yorkers back in the game. So that'll do it for the timeouts for Buffalo, Eric.
Yeah, you likely see the Saints keep this one on the ground here as well, which will put the clock under a minute to go. We'll have to see how that third down play, how that would shake out to see how much time, if any, the Bills are going to have in this first half to try and get points.
The Saints still have a timeout in their pocket. The Bills are out of timeouts with 1:36 left in the half. Saints have a 2nd and goal here at the 5. Rattler in the shotgun, Kamara to his left. Shaheed in motion right to left. Fakes the handoff, looking in the back corner of the end zone for Shaheed. Did he get the toes down? No, he did not. It is incomplete. They tried to go with the play fake there. There is a flag on the play as well, and it's against the Saints.
Be interesting. So the clock stops with 1:31.
And now it's 3rd and goal. You don't want to take the penalty, make it 2nd and goal from wherever.
Yeah, I think you got to decline it so that obviously a little bit easier to score from the 5 with just 1 down to go. But with the clock stopped here, if you can get a stop, then
force the field goal and you get the ball back.
Foul for an eligible player downfield. 3rd down.
Now they pick the flag up, so it's a moot point. So 3rd and goal at the 5 here for the Saints. 1:31 left now. And as we said, they have a timeout, so they can run the ball here. If for whatever reason they feel the need to stop the clock, they have the power to do so.
Yeah, if you're the Saints, if anything, you're telling Spencer Rattler, if you don't have somebody open, taking a sack here is not the end of the world to be able to drain the clock.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rattler in the shotgun. Here's the snap, orbit motion, it's a reverse. Olave going Philly special, and it's intercepted by Cole Bishop at the 2-yard line, and up the sideline he goes. What a play by Cole Bishop. It was a Philly special, and he picked it off. as it was intended for the quarterback, Spencer Rattler. There is a flag on the play.
We knew coming into this game that we're likely going to see some trick plays come from this Saints team, coming in as such a big underdog, and there they go with it. And Cole Bishop reads it perfectly and makes him pay.
This flag is probably on the return. Eric, sorry to interrupt.
Yes, it is. It's going to be on Dorian Williams.
Return, personal foul, blindside block, intercepting team number 42. Half the distance to the goal, first down, Buffalo.
So the interception will stand, but the offense for the Bills will be backed up inside their own 5-yard line. They're going to mark that down at the 2.5. Olave thought he had Rattler, and Bishop snared the interception with one hand and then pulled it in. Eric, we were talking on the roundtable in the pregame about how he has made progress by getting time on the field. Boy, that's the biggest statement he's made all season.
It is. He's playing with a lot more confidence out there, and you can truly tell. And that confidence comes from experience and seeing yourself on tape making big-time plays. That was one heck of a play there by the second-year safety, Bishop.
Now offensively here, Eric, you got to get out of the shadow of your own goalposts and get a first down.
So similar to what we talked about in the last possession, you got to get this first down so that you're not punting from backed up and giving the Saints a chance to put up points before the end of the half.
Allen under center here. Cook the lone setback as Allen has his heels on his own goal line. Motion from Palmer. Here's the snap. Handoff to Cook. Out to the 5. Tackled at the 6. Flag flies. And we'll see if this one's coming back as he's out to the 7-yard line. Alante Taylor on the tackle. And it looks like might have a legal motion.
I think they're going to call an illegal shift on the Bills, which would then, if accepted, back them up about the 1.5-yard line.
Palmer came in motion.
Illegal shift. Offense number 5. Half the distance to the goal. Replay. First down.
He was the motion man, but somebody else must have moved also. That's the only thing I can think.
Clock operator, please set the clock to 1:18. 1:18.
So now the ball is on the 1-yard line.
So I think we're likely going to see another Cook run here to try and give them some breathing room coming off the goal line. You'll also likely see a hard count from the Bills to try and draw the Saints off sides. They're breaking the huddle extremely late here, just 13 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, they made a late substitution with Hawes and Samuel. Play clock down to 9. Allen under center. Cook the lone setback. Samuel in motion. Comes back to the right side. Play clock down to 1. Handoff to Cook. Bounces it outside. Has the corner. And there's another flag. 5 out to the 10. Another flag comes in. As Land Clark and his crew are raining the field with yellow flags, and the crowd is getting a little ticked.
James Cook bounced that one outside, and it was a design play to go inside, and a lot of times that's when you see these holding calls come.
Offense number 10. Half the distance to the goal. Replay. First down.
We're running out of half the distance here.
Yeah,
went from 5 to 2.5 to 1, and now we're at the half-yard line. That's a little embellishment by Alante Taylor as we watch it on the replay. He looked like he got sniped out of the upper deck. I mean, he gets an Oscar for that one.
Yeah, he sold that one well there. So the Bills have it.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank for what's next. So it's a 1st and 12 on the 1. Cook the lone setback. Allen under center. And there's a chant coming up from the crowd that can't be repeated on the air. Here's the snap. Handoff to Cook. Dodges a defender. Lunges forward. Gets to the 6-yard line. And since there's no flag, we've got a Bronx cheer from the crowd here.
Now we got to see if the Bills are going to keep their foot on the gas or if they're going to...
Yeah, they're under a minute to play here, and the clock is running. And they don't look to be in too big a hurry. Deion Dawkins getting up slow as he's grabbing his inner thigh, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. 2nd and 7 as we're under 38 seconds. Bills in no particular hurry. They're going to just go to the locker room, it looks like here. Samuel in motion left to right. Handoff to Cook. Works through the right side. Dodges a defender. And he's got the first down out to the 14-yard line. 22 seconds and counting left. As the Bills are not in a hurry, they're out of timeout, so they can't stop the clock anyway.
Fairly ugly first half for the Bills, going to come to an end, but they're going to go in with a 4-point lead.
So the final 5 seconds will tick away. Stay tuned for the Skyworks stats of the game, presented by Skyworks Equipment Rental. Building America from the ground up. Visit SkyworksLLC.com. Bills have the lead at the half, but a lot of people in attendance feel they should be up by more. It's 14-10 Buffalo. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Fiegel Car and Joyce, your border attorneys.
By Witham, a smart play for your tax, accounting, and business advisory needs.
By Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
By ECMC, my choice, better health, ECMC.
By Univera Healthcare, right here for Western New York teams, on and off the field.
And by Catholic Health, the right way to care.
Dear Bills Mafia, for the ultimate tailgate, check out Toyota trucks. Because when the grilling's done, Toyota takes adventure into overtime. Tacoma's as tough as they come. And the rugged Tundra wins big when the game's on the line. It's an all-pro lineup you'll root for every mile. Huddle up and find yours at Toyota.com today. Go Bills! Toyota, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.
Injured in a car crash? Call the 8s and talk to an injury attorney for free. Salino Law brings unmatched firepower to go toe-to-toe with the insurance company. We'll get you the maximum compensation possible as quickly as possible, so you can get back to living your life. Injured? Car crash, call the 8s. 888 car crash, call Salino.
Delaware Avenue, Buffalo.
Hey, Buffalo, this is our town, our team, our pride. Just like our hometown football team, Dynabrade is built for success, made right here in Buffalo, and driving excellence around the world with powerful, precise, American-made tools. Built with precision, driven by passion, defined by pride. At Dynabrade, it's how we win. For over 50 years, we've built greatness through innovation, determination, and true Buffalo spirit. Be inspired. Be Buffalo. Be Dynabrade. Visit Dynabrade.com today.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Welcome to the ECMC Halftime Show on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network. ECMC, go where the Bills go. I'm your host, Nate Geary, live from Highmark Stadium. The Bills lead the New Orleans Saints 14-10 at the half. Let's check in with our Sal Capaccio, who joins me now from the sideline here at Highmark Stadium. Sal, a great start offensively, but boy, did they cool off afterwards. Sacks, turnovers, penalties. Thoughts on a sloppy first half from the offense?
Yeah, it felt like the Bills just kind of were their own worst enemy with self-inflicted wounds. The penalties obviously backing them up near the end, but before that, getting beat in one-on-one battles. They really didn't have an answer for the Saints pass rush. They have to be better at protecting Josh Allen. Give him time, because when he had time early on, things were clicking.
On the defense, Sale, it was a rough start. I mean, really as poor of tackling as I've seen through 3 weeks this year in that first half.
Yeah, it was for sure. They buttoned it up a little bit towards the end of the half. They were able to get some guys on the ground, but they have to do a better job earlier in the down to make tackles because they're giving the Saints extra opportunities, and quite frankly, the Saints are taking advantage of them right now with their legs.
Let's talk about the highlight, though, Sal. I thought Deion Walker had an unbelievable... I thought he was the best player on the Bills' defense when he was out in the field.
Deion Walker is having a fantastic game. They're going to need more of that from him and other players on defense in the second half.
All right, Sal, I appreciate it. Enjoy the second half.
All right, you got it. Thanks.
When we return, I've got your first half highlights, the Skyworks stats of the game, and a check of the out-of-town scoreboard delivered to you by UPS Store. Be unstoppable. I'm Nate Geary. You're listening to the ECMC Halftime Show on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Losi and Ganji, workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hard-working Western New Yorkers.
By Great Lakes Building Systems, our business is protecting your business.
By Hiller Comerford Injury and Disability Law, fighting to get our veterans the disability benefits they deserve. It's Hiller time.
And by the Barnes Firm. Injured? For help, call 1-800-8-MILLION.
Right here for the big plays and the big wins. Right here for the longest passes and the toughest runs. For the highlights, the cheers, and all the hey, hey, hey's. At Univera Healthcare, We know what it takes to be here for Western New York teams, both on and off the field, because our home, our hearts, and our focus are always right here. And not to mention, our favorite team is too. Learn more and explore plans at theuniverydifference.com.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE or go to glbs-inc.com.
Hey, Bills fans, Verizon's kicking off big savings, scoring a touchdown with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. It's a deal that'll have you doing an end zone dance. Don't get flagged for high prices. Huddle up at your local Verizon store today. You'll be tackling savings in no time. Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills. $20 monthly credit applied over 36 months. In time for congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Welcome back to the ECMC Halftime Show on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network. ECMC, go where the Bills go. I'm your host, Nate Geary. The Bills lead the Saints 14-10 at the halftime. Now for our first half highlights. The Bills were rolling early on their first possession, starting the game with a 7-play, 70-yard scoring drive capped by a vintage Khalil Shakir 43-yard touchdown catch and run.
It's a tunnel screen to Shakir. Works his way through a tackler, stays on his feet, breaks away from another 20, 10, 5. Khalil Shakir, slippery as ever, and he's in for a 43-yard touchdown.
The Saints would answer with their own 7-play scoring drive to tie things up at 7 before the Bills would answer and retake the lead when James Cook found pay dirt for a franchise record 8th straight game.
Cook gonna follow him, and he is into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run. The Cook is in the kitchen. And with that rushing touchdown, he becomes the Bills' all-time leader in consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. It's now up to 8 consecutive games.
After Josh Allen's first INT of the season and punts by both teams, the Saints were threatening inside Bills territory before rookie Deion Walker took over from there.
Play clock at 1, handoff to Kamara, who is slammed and dropped by the rookie, Deion Walker.
The Bills would punt again to find the Saints, finding themselves with a 3rd and goal and a chance to double dip before the end of the half when Cole Bishop made the play of the game, intercepting Chris Olave on a Philly special to preserve the Bills' lead at the half.
Here's the snap, orbit motion, it's a reverse. Olave going Philly special, and it's intercepted by Cole Bishop at the 2-yard line, and up the sideline he goes. What a play by Cole Bishop.
Time now for the Skyworks stats of the game. Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up. Visit skyworksllc.com. Josh Allen in that first half, 7 of 11, 115 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He was sacked twice in that first half. On the ground, James Cook, 13 for 58 and a score, and leading the way receiving, Khalil Shakir, 2 for 47 and a score. And a quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard delivered to you by the UPS store. Be unstoppable. The Falcons have a 17-10 lead over the Washington Commanders. Second half action gets underway in just a few moments. The Lions have a 20-7 lead at the half over the Browns. The Patriots, a big lead over the Panthers, 28-6 in that game. The Chargers, they trail the New York Giants at the half, 13-10. Malik Neighbors goes down with an ankle injury in that game. At halftime in Tampa, the Eagles running away with that one, 24-6. And the Texans, they have a 6-0 lead over the Tennessee Titans. That's going to do it back here for me in our Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Second half action continues next from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Chris Brown, Eric Wood, and Sal Capaccio. That's after a quick timeout. I'm Nate Geary. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Reimer Home Services. Homes rely on the Rhino.
By Seneca Buffalo Creek Casino. Nothing else comes close.
By Paddock Chevrolet. Score big with the new Chevys and quality pre-owned vehicles from Paddock Chevrolet.
By Salino Law. Car crash? Call Salino. Call the 8s.
And by Northland Workforce Training Center. Train for what's next.
Is your roof truly stellar? A bad roof can cause a world of trouble, from drafts to costly leaks and sky-high energy bills. Don't wait for a disaster. Call Stellar Roofing for a free inspection and see if your roof is ready for the harsh weather ahead. Stellar provides expert year-round installation, and right now get 12 months of interest-free financing. Don't wait for winter to find out. Call 320-7663 and mention WGR 550. For a stellar job every time, call Stellar Roofing.
320-7663.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization, video streams, and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Welcome back to Highmark Stadium. Bills up 14-10 here at the break as we are about 2 minutes away from second half kickoff. But first, the halftime adjustments, which are brought to you by Witham, a smart play for your tax, accounting, and business advisory needs.
Defensively, the Bills got to be sharper on their tackling. Now give some of these Saints skill position guys credit. They're forcing missed tackles out there. Miller especially has been tough to bring down out there. And then Spencer Rattler showed off some elusiveness as he's gotten out of the pocket. Offensively, I feel like the Bills need to do a better job on the early downs. When they had those successful drives early, they were staying ahead of the chains. And as these last 4 possessions for the Bills have stalled out, they just weren't sharp on those early downs, putting themselves into some really difficult third and longs.
Yeah, through the first half, the Bills' best drive start was their own 34. It was their second possession of the game, and they took that in for a touchdown. Everything after that, their own 13, their own 3, their own 28, and their own 3-yard line. Meanwhile, the Saints' last 3 possessions all began in Buffalo territory at the Buffalo 49, the 49, and the 40. The Bills are fortunate that their defense stood tall there in the second quarter.
Yeah, complementary football is what leads to you having those bad starting positions, but the defense able to bail them out off the interception, and then towards the end of the half, they create their own turnover as the Saints were threatening to take the lead, and was a heck of a play by Cole Bishop to force that turnover. And so the Bills defense is going to start this second half on the field and try and prevent this Saints team from taking the lead. And last week against the Dolphins, the Bills let them hang around for a majority of that game, were able to pull away for a 10-point win, letting the Saints hang around in this one here today.
We should mention that right at halftime, Cesar Ruiz, who was injured late in that second quarter, was carted off the field. And his replacement is rookie Torricelli Simpkins, a 6'3", 312-pound guard. Can the Bills attack that rookie, Eric, in the defensive front, if at all?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like the interior of this Bills defense has played well here today. Deion Walker with a couple nice stops. Daquan Jones with a sack. But anytime you have backups in there, similar to how we've seen Ryan Vandermark have his struggles at times here today, you can take advantage of those mismatches.
Let's start the second half with a Sonic kick powered by Delta Sonic Car Wash. It started out with a kiss. Kendre Miller-Valus Jones deep to return for the Saints as they will have the first possession of the second half. Down 14-10. Prater kicks it up and away. Fielded there by Jones out to the 20, 25-30. lowers his shoulder, but is wrapped up and dropped at the 32-yard line. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Buffalo Bills is prohibited. Joe Andreessen on that tackle. Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Looks like Tre'Davious White going to start the second half. So maybe that platoon wasn't a platoon at all. Might have been just a series for Dorian Strong. Two receivers left. One to the right. Kamara motions into the backfield. He's going to take the handoff. Gets away from Joey Bosa, and he's up the field. And he's got a first down as he's tackled after an 11-yard gain by Terrell Bernard and Cole Bishop.
Missed tackling continuing to be an issue here on the first play of the second half. Joey Bosa out in space, just unable to bring him down for a tackle for loss. That's the same play they had a chunk play on earlier in the game.
Got to do a better job of setting the edge out there. Saints back up on the ball. Another handoff for Kamara. Slips out of a tackle by Bernard and is finally brought down by Deion Walker after a 3-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Terrell Bernard shot a gap in the Saints offensive line, but missed the tackle. Kamara picks up 3 on the play.
Rattler in the shotgun here as the Saints are going no huddle. Empty set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. It's Cooks and Olave on the right side here. Kamara can't hear, wide left. He's looking for the call. Play clock down to 8. Here's a snap. Back to pass, fires out to the right side and through the hands of Chris Olave, incomplete.
That's his second.
He was wide open.
It's his second drop on the game. He had a crucial drop earlier in the game on a 3rd down conversion, and there that one goes right through his hands. Rattler known for having a cannon, but that ball should have been caught.
No huddle again. Rattler right back in the shotgun, and now we have play called by the officials deep down the field, and Sean McDermott is screaming, I didn't call timeout.
Timeout. Buffalo. The first of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
So it looks like there was some confusion on the sideline. McDermott trying to make a substitution and get Cam Lewis on the field. And it looks like he's signaling timeout. So this team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health as the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. The season never stops at Kaleida Health.
Yeah, Sean was calling timeout there. I'm not sure exactly what the confusion there was. Substitution error. You got a tight ball game. You hate wasting those timeouts early in the second half like that.
It's like he called it, but then he ran after him like, I didn't call it. So body language threw me there. 3rd and 7 from the Saints 47 here for Rattler in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Looks out to the right side. And is it picked? It's shared. Tre'Davious White and Juwan Johnson are sharing the football. What are they going to call here? A reception or an interception?
Completed pass.
Completed pass. It is short of the first down marker. Tre'Davious White thought he had his first pick of the season. Dorian Williams got pressure on Rattler to force the throw. Either way, it's short of the marker.
Bills came with an all-out blitz. That's a great job by Tre'Davious White, understanding that Rattler's going to have to get rid of that ball immediately. Plays tighter coverage there. It makes a nice stop to force the punt.
So a 4 and out there for the Saints offense as Shakir is deep to return for Buffalo. End over end punt. And he's going to let it bounce behind him, and it's going to reach the end zone this time. And the Bills will get it out at their own 20-yard line. Hey, fans, if you're ever in a car crash, you've got to call the Barnes firm. At 1-800-8-MILLION, our hometown attorneys will fight to help you get the best result possible. And remember, drive safely. 14-10 Buffalo, they have possession. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC, Northwest Bank, for what's next.
At Kaleida Health, there's no off-season. We train. We fight. We win. We celebrate. Because every day is game day. And here, care runs deep. Learn more about our role as the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills at KaleidaGameDay.com. Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
If you're injured at work or through the fault of someone else, call Losi and Ganji, your hard-working workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys. The attorneys at Losi and Ganji work hard, so you receive the maximum settlement for your injury. Last year, Losi and Ganji obtained more than $24 million for injured workers. Call Losi and Ganji at 854-1446 or go to losi-ganji.com. Losi and Ganji, Buffalo's workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hard-working Western New Yorkers.
There's plenty to stress out about right now, and sometimes it feels easier to ignore it and keep going. But Be Well can help you manage your stress and start working through the stuff no one talks about that makes you human. Build the skills you need to get through tough experiences and be more resilient all on your own time. There's no wrong way to do it. It's your wellness, your way. Start where you are at bewell.ny.gov. A message from the New York State Office of Mental Health.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
The Stellar Roofing Sideline Report with quality counts to Stellar Roofing Siding and Windows. Boy, I thought Tre'Davious White had that, guys. The officials made the call that was joint possession, goes to the offense, but you could see his teammates rallying around him. Everybody down here was going, you had that, Trey, you had that, Trey. Great job, Trey. By the way, the Barnes Farm injury report. Injured for help, call 1-800-8-million. Cesar Ruiz now questionable with an ankle injury.
All right, thanks, Sal. I formation from the Bills here on 1st and 10 from the 20. 12:51 left in the third. Bills up 14-10. Cook, the deep setback, takes the handoff through a hole, darts to the right, darts to the left, dragging defenders, and he's out to the first down marker for a 10-yard gain. Man, does he maximize every single carry. The Shatkin first down presented by Dr. Todd Shatkin and the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, David Edwards came around on a pull block. James Cook follows him and then knifes off the backside of him and showed incredible vision that he's shown all season long, being able to navigate the Saints defenders.
Now up to 68 yards on 14 carries is Cook. He's the lone setback. Offset eye with Gilliam in the backfield. Allen under center. And I hand it off again to Cook. Penetration, but he dodges it through a hole, and he's almost into the secondary. He is into the secondary and out to the 45-yard line. James Cook refuses to go down today. 15 big ones.
The Bills needed a spark after just falling into a lull, and they're finding it in James Cook, who's now up to 83 yards on the game, averaging 5.5 a carry.
Eric, he doesn't jump cut. He just sidesteps people, and it makes him faster back to top speed again. It's uncanny.
It's fun to watch.
I formation here. Allen under center on 1st and 10 from the 45. Another handoff for Cook. Looking for a hole, not much there. So he's just going to drive his legs and try to get a yard, which he does, out to the 46. As we come up on 11-10 and counting, left in this third quarter, tackled by the linebacker, Werner.
The Saints bottled that one up, recognized they've ran that play a couple times today with Elijah Moore in motion to the side that they're going to hand the ball off to Cook. And Warner, their linebacker, read it from the jump.
Ty Johnson checks in for Cook, who gets a break. He's to the left of Allen in the shotgun. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Play clock down to 5. Orbit motion from Shakir, and it's a screen pass to Shakir in the left flat. Flags fly as he gets up to the 50-yard line, out of bounds at the 49. And let's see if they call holding again on the Bills. Yeah, it's going to go against Buffalo.
Pass interference. Offense number 14. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
So I'm just going to say it. Saints came into the game second in the league in penalties assessed. Bills were one of the least penalized teams, and right now we've got 7 penalties, counting that one for the Bills, 2 for New Orleans.
The Shavers just made contact with Taylor on the outside before that ball was thrown by Josh Allen. If it's just after, that's not a penalty there, but instead the Bills sitting here at 2nd and 19.
Calling it awfully tight today. Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank, for what's next. Allen in the shotgun, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, counting the tight end Kincaid. Back to pass, has time, looks to the left, and it's complete to Joshua Palmer, who's just past the original line of scrimmage at the 45, tackled by Quincy Riley. They're going to mark him down at the 47-yard line, so it's a gain of 10. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Strong throw by Josh there from the right hash all the way out to that left sideline. A nice job there by Palmer with the contested catch on the outside. 3rd down coming up for the Bills. They're just 1 for 4 on 3rd down today.
Allen in the shotgun. And 3 receivers to the right, counting Knox, the tight end, 1 to the left. Back to pass, fires, and he's got Shakir for a 1st down and more. As he knifed between 2 defenders and has the 1st down. That was a tight window, and Josh threaded the needle.
And we're going to call that the signature play of the game, brought to you by New Era, the official cap of Josh Allen in the NFL. Stay tuned after the game to find out.
17-yard gain there on the catch and run by Shakir. Cook back into the game. He's the lone setback. Bunch formation on the left. Coleman by himself on the right here on 1st and 10 from the 36. Motion left to right from Hawes. He's going to block. Cook through a hole, lowering his shoulder, and he's got another 1st down. It's another 11 yards for Cook, who's going to come a yard short of 100. He's got 99. Justin Reed on the tackle.
This Bills offense is rolling now. If they can stay out of their own way with penalties, that hole in the middle of the Saints defense was enormous. Great job blocking by the big boys up front.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 25 as the Bills are just marching this one out. Receiver to the right, bunch on the left. Cook the lone setback. Left to right motion from Moore. Snap, fakes the handoff. Wide open on the backside is Hawes. 20, 15, and somersaults down to the 10 as he's upended by Sanker, the safety, as the Bills are in the Relax red zone. Relax, we got this. 15 yards on the play.
We talked about how the Saints sniffed out the play earlier because of that Elijah Moore motion that keyed them into that run play. Well, now they run the play action off of it, and Josh Allen finds a wide open Hawes on the outside.
Cook the lone setback here. Bunch formation on the right. Coleman on the left by himself. Allen under center, 1st and 10 from the 10. And this is a 1st and goal situation. Motion by Moore. Handoff to Cook. Over the left side. Gets a good push. And he's down to the 5 for a gain of 5. And that'll put him right at 100. As Cook now has his 3rd consecutive game of 100 yards rushing. 101 on the day.
He's been impressive again today. The way that he's forced missed tackles out there has been special to watch.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 as we come up on 7 minutes left in the 3rd. Bills up 14-10, but threatening to expand that lead. Samuel in motion, doubles back to the right side. Cook the lone setback. Allen under center here. Coleman on the left. The snap, fakes the handoff to Cook. Allen gonna run it, tucks it, and he reaches the goal line. The beast has been released as he takes it in on a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are up 10 with an extra point to come.
Hard play action rollout to his right. Thought he might hit Cook in the flat early. Instead, he continues to scan down the field, throws a pump fake to get the Saints defender to jump in the air, and then he goes by him for the touchdown.
And with that rushing touchdown, Josh Allen passes Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson for the 3rd most touchdowns from scrimmage in team history. Bills are lined up for the Catholic Health extra point. Catholic Health, the right way to care. Hold is down, kick by Prater is up, and it is good. So with 6:42 left in the 3rd, the Bills have pushed their lead to 11. They're up 21-10. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Anderson Water Power and Anderson, tap into better living.
By Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys. Don't worry, Cha-Cha's got you.
By Seneca Gaming and Entertainment in Irving, we've got your game.
By Transit Town Jeep Ram, Buffalo's home for Jeep and Ram for 60 years and counting.
And by Crosby's Pizza and Subs, Crosby's hometown fuel, game day ready since 1922.
Looking for the #1 Kia dealer in Western New York? Look no further than Northtown Kia. Hey, Sal Capaccio here with a 4.9-star Google rating. Their customers keep coming back for unbeatable service, incredible selection, and great prices. Check out the stylish Sorrento or a sporty Sorrento and experience the Northtown Kia difference. Visit Northtown Kia on Sheridan Drive in Amherst or online at northtownkia.com. Remember, whatever you're looking for, you'll find it at Northtown. Northtown, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
#1 Kia dealer based on January to December 2024 polk results.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Tulsa is my home now.
Academy Award nominee Sylvester Stallone stars in the Paramount Plus original series, Tulsa King.
This distillery is a very interesting business, and we got to know the enemy.
From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Landman.
What are you saying? If you think you're going to take me out, it's going to be really difficult.
Tulsa King. New season now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
A much-needed 9-play, 80-yard, 6-minute and 9-second Toyota drive time drive by the Buffalo Bills to take a 2-score lead. They're now up 21-10, and that's all driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen doing it on the ground and in the air once again today.
And by having a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown today, he now ties Cam Newton for the most such games in NFL history with at least one passing and one rushing touchdown, 45 games in their respective careers. Matt Prater set to kick this one off with 6:42 left in the third. Kendre Miller, Velus Jones deep to return. Jones will take it at the 5. Out to the 15-20, cuts it back at the 25, and driving his legs through a maelstrom of defenders, and he's taken down at the 34-yard line. Javon Solomon in there first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Sports Radio 550 WGR Buffalo. WKSE HD2 Niagara Falls, Buffalo. 98.5 FM.
An Odyssey sports station.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Chris Brown, Eric Wood with you. Bills up 21-10. Saints going to try to have something to say about it. Dorian Strong back in the game at corner for Buffalo. Rattler in the shotgun, handoff to Kamara, and he's wrapped up on the edge there, making the tackle Taylor wrap after a gain of 2.
This Bills defense came in with the worst rated rush defense in the league this year, but the second least amount of passing yards given up on the season so far today, giving up just 46 passing yards to Spencer Rattler, who's 6 for 11 on the day.
Rattler back in the shotgun here. Kendre Miller to his left in the backfield. Bunch formation on the left. Single receiver right. Juwan Johnson, the tight end, in motion over to the right side. Here's the snap. Looking right. Quick hitter to Juwan Johnson. Rolls off a couple of tacklers, and he's got the first down. I'll never understand it, Eric. If you have a 6'4" tight end, you can't tackle him up high, yet people still try to do it.
I know it. And there, Terrell Bernard is so disappointed in himself. He read the play perfectly, and he's just beyond this one where he thought he might be able to get an interception very similar to the play he had one against the Dolphins last week.
Kamara back into the game for New Orleans. He'll be the lone setback here on 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 45. Motion from Shaheed right to left. So 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rattler under center, fakes the handoff, play action. Looking deep down the field, has time. Now steps up in the pocket, gonna run. And he fakes out Dorian Williams. Leaves him in the dust and has an 11-yard run for a first down. Wow.
Rattler slow to get up after that one. And he's put on a show with his legs today. There he juked Dorian Williams straight out of his shoes. Rattler up to 49 yards on the ground today.
So it's a fresh set of downs here for the Saints. And they're into Buffalo territory now at the 44. Pretty nice response drive here from New Orleans after the touchdown drive by Buffalo. Pistol look here. Shaheed in motion, right to left. Here's the snap, handoff to Kamara. A lot of traffic up the middle there. He's trying to find a crack. Not much there as he gets maybe 2 yards on the carry. Joey Bosa, Daquan Jones plugged up that side of the line. Clock continues to run here, 4:15 and counting left in the third.
Spencer Rattler doesn't traditionally rely on his legs. Only 53 rushing yards on the season coming into today. But when he's made the Bills pay, and likely in your defensive game plan means you're not talking a lot about it, now you almost feel like you might need to put a spy out there on him.
Yeah. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kamara in the backfield, late motion from him. Rattler looking on the quick slant to Olave. He's got him. And he's a yard short of the first down marker. Tackle made there by Benford and Bishop. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and inches here.
Last time they were in this situation, they ran the QB sneak with Rattler. I'd expect that again if I was this Bills defense. Dorian Strong out there for this possession, replacing Tre'Davious White.
Saints have gone with this 2-back look with Miller and Kamara, both tailbacks. They're in the eye. Rattler under center here on 3rd and 1. Crowd trying to get into it. Hand off to the up-back Miller, and he's got it as he chugs his way for a first down to the 31. Terrell Bernard, Dorian Williams on the stop. But the sticks will move, and the Saints' drive will continue.
Bills had everyone packed in tight trying to protect for the QB sneak. Instead, they handed off to Miller off tackle, who got that first down easily.
Miller packs a punch, 6 foot, 220. Rattler back under center. Kamara the lone setback. Shaheed in motion, right to left. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now he doubles back. Hand off to Kamara. Going to bounce it outside and breaks outside, contain again. And he's got the first down. Joey Bosa having a monumental problem setting the edge today. And it's cost the Bills.
He made an inside move against Saints left tackle Kelvin Banks Jr. And because of that, Kamara reads it and is able to bounce the ball outside of him. Bernard and Dorian Williams got stuck inside.
The handoff, and Joey Bosa didn't get off the field in time. Now he got 12 players on the field. He was screaming at defensive line coach Ryan Nielsen, or senior defensive assistant Ryan Nielsen, who pulled him off the field for not setting the edge. The run play gets down to the 18. Solomon and Bernard on the stop. I think they're going to call him for 12 men on the field.
It's good awareness by the Saints to get up and quick snap the Bills.
12 players on the field. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
He was too busy yelling at his coach for taking him out of the game.
A lot of times when you feel like you get that quick snap opportunity, you take a shot down the field because it's essentially a free play. But it's good awareness by the Saints there to see that the Bills had 12 on the field to get up and quick snap them. Bills are able to make this a 2-score game, up 21-10 right now. But the Saints in field goal range already could make it a 1-score game. And they're hanging around in this one.
So that's going to make it 1st and 5 from the 15 after the penalty mark off. And the Saints have done a good job moving the football today. Rattler under center. Miller the lone setback. Handoff goes to Miller. A lot of traffic, but he gets through it. Wrapped up, and he's right at the first down marker. Rapp and Dorian Williams got there first. Let's go down to the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, and Sean McDermott once again pleading with the officials. He was really hot and out near the numbers almost. I think he was arguing for another substitution and let our guys sub type of situation.
Rattler going to go under center here on 1st and goal from the 9. Another handoff. Miller slips in the backfield, and that impeded his forward progress, but still able to get a couple of yards down to the 7. And a player shaken up on the play is A.J. Epinesa. Gets to his feet, and he's going to limp off now.
Bills came into this game last in the NFL in rushing yards per game at 156. The Saints already at 173 here.
And they have been grinding it out on this drive. Rattler in the shotgun, Kamara to his left. Now flips to the right side. Rattler back to pass, throws it to Kamara out of the backfield, wrapped up by Dorian Strong, finished off by Dorian Williams. But he's down to the 3-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3, and I'd expect a run play here, Eric. Why not?
Well, the last time they were down here, they decided to go with the trickery, and Cole Bishop made him pay for an interception. You got the ball at the 3.5-yard line, and you essentially have 2 plays. You might as well try and grind this out or on the ground, or go with a play-action rollout where Spencer Rattler could potentially throw it or use his legs to get in.
Think they're going for it on 4th down if they don't get it here?
I'd imagine so.
Okay. Rattler under center. Lone setback is Kamara. Motion from Cooks. Fires into the end zone on a quick slant for a touchdown to Chris Olave. He beat Dorian Strong on the slant. And Bishop couldn't get over fast enough from his safety position. It was Benford he beat on the cover.
There's a lot going on in the backfield with a fake end around and then a fake pitch. And it got Cole Bishop to just stop his feet in the defensive backfield, unable to get over in time to help out Christian Benford on the slant route. I'm assuming with the outside position by Benford, he was expecting help to his inside.
And it looks like the Saints are going to go for 2 here.
Recorded as eligible. Number 79 is recorded as eligible. Wait for me.
So an extra offensive lineman on the field for the Saints. I formation as they're going to go for 2 here with 14 seconds left in the 3rd. And now they're going to split out some tight ends on the left side. Motion from Mataval, and McDermott's going to call timeout because he saw
timeout.
They had dime personnel on the field. Or 10 players on the field. They didn't have 11 players on the field.
They put in their goal line defense, and it looks like Jordan Phillips was supposed to be out there, who's now going out on the field and putting his helmet on. There was confusion all around for this Bills defense, so Sean McDermott forced to call another timeout in this second half. And one-score games, you want those timeouts at the end of the game. That's twice defensively because of substitution issues. Sean's had to call a timeout.
This team timeout is brought to you by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. So the Saints going to try to get a 2-point conversion here to make it a 3-point game. They break out the 2 tight ends to the left side again, so it looks like the same play. Rattler going to keep it and try to get it in from the 2, and he did not get there. Stopped at the 1. Greg Rousseau was there first to make the tackle. Daquan Jones with a helper. So the score remains 21-16 with 14 seconds left in the 3rd. Reimer Home Services for your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Get Reimer on the horn today. Call 716-908-6828 or visit Reimer.com. 21-16 Buffalo. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Nice game, Mom. Probably should take a break, huh?
Only if you need one, I'm ready to keep going.
Well, all right. You guys ready over there? We'll serve.
Nobody loves knees and hips more than we do. Well, except maybe your pickle partner. At Catholic Health, we're leaders in knee replacement and getting you back to doing what you love to do most. Go to chsbuffalo.org/top-rated-ortho to learn more.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TrimfireRadio.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
21-16 here after the field goal point conversion by the Saints in New York, New Jersey, I should say. The Giants lead the Chargers 13-10, and in that game, Malik Neighbors is reported to have torn his ACL. Terrible news for the Giants in that one. Patriots come here next week. They're up 35-6 right now on the Carolina Panthers. Texans lead the Titans 12-0. That's a look at your NFL scoreboard, delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Line drive kickoff there, fielded by Samuel on a bounce. Out to the 20, 25, jukes a defender, gets out to the 30, and is finally tackled at the 32-yard line. Good job fielding the bounce there by Groupie. Good drive start for Buffalo's offense. 26-yard return, tackle by Rumpf. As we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank, for What's Next.
Bills had an impressive drive on their first drive of the possession of the second half on their first possession. Really impressive job by Cook on the last drive, getting them down to the red zone, and then Josh Allen punching it in with his legs.
7 seconds left here in this third quarter. Two tight ends set. Davis into the game, and now Gilliam in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Allen back to pass, going to throw it to Cook in the right flat. Has Gilliam blocking in front. Cuts it back. 35-40. Shakes a defender, and he's got another first down. James Cook is Mr. Do Everything here today.
This is the end of the third quarter. Right now.
It's time to make the switch to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank. Team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com. Northwest Bank for What's Next. 21-16 Buffalo. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For What's Next, get started at northwest.com.
By Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up.
By Upstate Honda Dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today.
By Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Bills fans.
By Snapdragon Apples, the official apple of the Buffalo Bills.
And by Houghton University. Discover New York's leading Christ-centered university.
Starting this school year, schools in New York State are going phone-free. When smartphones are put away for the day, students are showing up, plugging in, and connecting. Schools that have already gone phone-free are seeing real results, better attendance, more focus, and improved mental wellness. Going smartphone-free isn't about what we take away, it's about what we make possible. From real conversations to better concentration, the change starts now. Find your school district's plan at ny.gov/phone-free. A message from New York State.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. It's time for intelligent design, plus exciting performance. Get a new vehicle you'll love. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V.
Driven by your Upstate Honda dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
When it's game time on the job site, Skyworks Equipment Rental is your MVP. From aerial lifts to concrete gear, telehandlers, forklifts, and more, Skyworks brings the heavy equipment playbook to keep your project driving forward. With locations across the Northeast, Midwest, and Southeast, and delivering nationwide, Skyworks has the power and the precision to score big for your crew. Rent it, buy it, or service your own with our factory-trained technicians. Visit SkyworksLLC.com today. Skyworks, building America from the ground up.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Down here on the sidelines, Buffalo Bills rookie cornerback Maxwell Hairston is out with his team. He's got a big brace on. He is eligible to come off injured reserve, at least start practicing, I should say, and come off injured reserve after this week's game. Same with Tyler Bass. We'll see what the Bills do with those guys. They're going to start getting a little bit healthier here the next week or so with guys coming off injured reserve. That's the Stellar Roofing Sideline report. When quality counts through Stellar Roofing, siding, and windows.
Bills up 21-16 to start this fourth quarter. They got the football, 1st and 10 at their 43. Handoff to James Cook. Going to cut it back inside. Squirts away from a defender. Drags a couple of others out to the 48-yard line. As that's going to be they're going to mark him at the 47. So only a 4-yard gain. He'll bring up 2nd and 6. Devon Gottschall, Nathan Shepard on the tackle. With 100 scrimmage yards and his touchdown, Cook has now become the 4th player since 1990 to begin a season with 4 such games.
After that last run, he came to the sideline. Davis is in for him, and James is getting looked at on the sideline.
High formation here. Gilliam with a lead block for Ray Davis, who's coming over the right side, driving his legs, trying to get to the first down marker. He's going to come up a yard or 2 short. Brian Brzee on the tackle, and it's going to be a 3rd and 1 here. Cook down on one knee. It looks like he's trying to work something out with his shoe. Ty Johnson checking in, the 3rd down back. So he doesn't appear any worse for wear. Although they're asking him, you good? And I think he is. He's just tying his shoe again. Allen under center here on 3rd and 1 from the 49 in New Orleans territory. Motion from Hawes. Handoff to Ty Johnson. And I don't know if he got it. I don't think he got it. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up decision time here for the Bills.
Sean McDermott's going to leave this offense on the field. James Cook's going to come back into the game, and I like this decision. You have one of the best offenses in the NFL. You leave your offense on the field in situations like this.
It's 4th and a yard. Coleman out to the left. And now Shaver is going to join him over there in motion. Play clock down to 10. Cook the lone setback. Allen under center. Here's the snap. And it's an inside handoff to Shakir, and he did not get it. Stopped and stoned at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And I got to say, Eric, I'm curious about that call. Khalil Shakir might be the lightest player on the field. Should he get the ball in a short yardage situation?
They tried some trickery there, and Granderson sniffs it out and makes the Bills pay. Joe Brady's going to want that one back.
Today's Buffalo Bills radio broadcast brought to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. 12:52 left. Saints have possession. This is the Buffalo Bills radio network.
This is the Buffalo Bills radio network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Verizon, powered by Verizon.
By Tullamore Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
By the New York State Office of Mental Health. Visit bewell.ny.gov for wellness tips to help you manage stress and be well.
By Northtown Hyundai, Western New York's premier Hyundai dealership. Shop online at northtownhyundai.com.
And by Dyna Braid Tools, inspired in Buffalo, built by Winds.
Is your roof truly stellar? A bad roof can cause a world of trouble, from drafts to costly leaks and sky-high energy bills. Don't wait for a disaster. Call Stellar Roofing for a free inspection and see if your roof is ready for the harsh weather ahead. Stellar provides expert year-round installation, and right now get 12 months of interest-free financing. Don't wait for winter to find out. Call 320-7663 and mention WGR 550. For a stellar job every time, call Stellar Roofing.
320-7663.
It's a game-changing move in the world of accounting and advisory. Freed Maxick has joined forces with Witham, the 22nd largest public accounting and advisory firm in the nation. We're powering up performance with a shared vision to deliver even greater value to our clients in Western and Upstate New York. Experience the transformative power of Witham plus you. That's the power in the plus. Visit witham.com/New York to learn more.
When it's game time on the job site, Skyworks Equipment Rental is your MVP. From aerial lifts to concrete gear, telehandlers, forklifts, and more, Skyworks brings the heavy equipment playbook to keep your project driving forward. With locations across the Northeast, Midwest, and Southeast, and delivering nationwide, Skyworks has the power and the precision to score big for your crew. Rent it, buy it, or service your own with our factory-trained technicians. Visit SkyworksLLC.com today. Skyworks, building America from the ground up.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills radio network.
Highmark Stadium. Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. 21-16, and it's crunch time, even though there's 12:52 left. Bills had a turnover on downs at midfield, and the Saints look like they want to play power football. 3 tight end set. Here's motion from Tipton, right to left. Handoff goes to Kendre Miller through a hole on the right side, but he's tripped up and brought down by Christian Benford, who knifed in from his cornerback spot to hold him to a gain of 2.
On the 4th down play to Shakir, Ryan Vandermark was trying to pull across the formation and tripped over Osiris Torrance's foot, and that's what left Granderson unblocked on the play side.
2nd and 8 here for the Saints, who are trying to put a touchdown drive together and shock this crowd. Rattler, quick hitter out to Miller in the left flat. Gets through a tackle, gets through another one, and he's got a first down before Tre'Davious White brings him down. But that is a 12-yard gain down to the 35.
It's a nice play call there by Kellen Moore, the Saints coach. They caught the Bills blitzing inside, and you hit the swing pass to the outside.
And they're going no huddle here. Fakes the handoff, rolling left, looking down the field. He's got Olave, who's tackled right at the first down marker by Bishop. And he has the first down that will move the sticks. It's a 10-yard gain down to the 24 as the Saints are making quick work on this drive. They're back up on the ball again, no huddle. They run the second most no huddle plays in the league coming into the game. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes to Miller. Trying to fight off a tackle, but he's wrestled down. Dorian Williams had him first, and he got some help from Deion Walker and Daquan Jones. It's a gain of 1. As we come up on 11 minutes left. Bills up 21-16, but the Saints are threatening.
Deion Walker came into this game with just 4 tackles on the season. I believe he's got 3 already today. He's made his presence felt out there.
Kamara back into the game. He's to the left of Rattler in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 5. Crowd trying to be a factor. Here's the snap, looking left. Fires, and it's complete to Cooks, who's got another first down as he's inside the 15-yard line to the 14, tackled by Benford.
It's a nice job there with his vision by Rattler. Sees Cooks on the outside, sit right in the soft zone by the Bills, hits them to keep this drive going.
And they're resetting the ball, but Rattler's under center here. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Hand off to Kamara, looking to knife back inside and cut it back. As the Bills filled the point of attack capably, Deion Walker with another tackle.
He's playing well in the middle of this Bills defense. Rookie 4th rounder out of Kentucky. He's got tremendous size at 6'7", 330.
So a 2nd and 9 coming up here as we come up on 9:50 left and counting. Bills up 21-16. But the Saints knocking on the door at the Bills' 13-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun's Rattler. Throws in the left flat to Kamara. Gets away from an open field tackle. But another tackler comes in. It's Tre'Davious White, who drops him for a loss.
Control of it before it hits the turf.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with his arm in the football there as he goes to the ground. This is a close one. Cole Bishop had slipped and fallen in the secondary, which is what led Cooks to be open on the play.
So touchdown is the ruling on the field.
The previous play of touchdown is under further review.
So Cooks did his best to scoop it up off the turf, but the ball made contact at some point with the turf on the field. We'll take a break while the review is happening. 8:56 left. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Bills fans, let's talk about your home's most valuable player this winter, your furnace. Just like the Bills, it needs to be ready to perform when the pressure is on. That's where T-Mark comes in. Get a heating tune-up from the official residential HVAC provider of the Buffalo Bills for just $79. And get your money back in a rebate from National Fuel. T-Mark will ensure your system is running safely and efficiently, helping you avoid a costly breakdown and saving you money on your heating bills. When the temperature drops, the Buffalo Bills trust T-Mark, and so should you. T-Mark Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your home team.
Northtown Hyundai has you covered during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hey, Sal Capaccio here, drive home in an all-new Hyundai from Northtown Hyundai. Whether a Tucson, Santa Fe, or Elantra, Northtown Hyundai's got you covered. Get America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Plus, get Hyundai Assurance on every new Hyundai at Northtown. Head to Western New York's premier Hyundai dealer or shop online at northtownhyundai.com. Remember, whatever you're looking for, you'll find it at Northtown. Northtown, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
The sun is shining now, but winter's just around the corner. Keep your car protected year-round with unlimited car washes at Delta Sonic. Wash every day, plus enjoy all the perks of membership. Use the express lane, special member gas prices, discounts in the detail shop, $30 off every oil change, savings in the convenience store, and free use of the Super Plus Club VIP indoor vacuums. Starting at just $24.99 a month, keeping your car clean has never been easier. Join today at deltasonic.com or visit any Delta Sonic location. Let's go Buffalo! This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Delta Sonic Car Wash. It started out with a kiss.
By Northtown Hyundai, West New York's premier Hyundai dealership. Shop online at northtownhyundai.com.
By Catalyst Fitness. Activate your life in 30 minutes.
By Mike Barney Nissan. Awesome cars, great dealership, lousy jingle.
And by T-Mark Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. The official residential HVAC company of the Buffalo Bills and Buffalo Sabres.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Back at Highmark Stadium, Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. And after further review, the touchdown was overturned. They said the ball did make contact with the turf, so the touchdown for the Saints does not count. So the momentary lead by the Saints of 22-21 is wiped off the board. It's 4th and 13 from the 17, and the Saints are going to attempt what will be a 35-yard field goal from the left hash by Groupie. And Eric, that failed two-point conversion earlier in the game looms large here.
Yeah, if this field goal is converted here, then it would have been a tie ball game. Great job by the Bills defense, although you gave up the touchdown, getting that stop on the Spencer Rattler run on the two-point conversion attempt.
So Groupie on for this 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Here's the snap, hold is down, kick on the way, and it is good. So with 8:53 left, the Saints have climbed to within 2. They trail 21-19, and the Bills offense is going to have to get things in gear because they're going to have to put more points on the board. This is not a safe lead at all.
It's not. The Bills defense is getting gashed right now, and Spencer Rattler, although he only has 96 yards on the game, he's starting to find some rhythm out there, being able to find guys sitting in the soft spots of zones out there. But the biggest issue for the Bills has been the rush defense again this week, giving up 176 yards rushing in this one,
which is already 25 yards higher than their average per game of 156.
And this New Orleans rushing attack came in only averaging 3.9 yards per carry, which is 22nd in the league, and only 102 yards a game, which is 18th.
Groupie teeing it up here as we've got Ray Davis and Curtis Samuel deep to return for Buffalo. Plenty of time left here. 8:53 left in this one, in what has amounted to a 2-point game. Another line drive kick, and it's outside the landing zone. Oh, a costly mistake there by the kicker, as the Bills will get a drive start at their own 40-yard line.
Kicking team number 19.
Wow.
Ball be placed at the 40-yard line. First down, Buffalo.
That is not what the doctor ordered on special teams for the Saints.
That just looked like a shank. It looked like a true miss hit where that ball hit about the 23-yard line. It's got to hit inside the 20, or else, like you said, this ball goes out to the 40. So the Bills get a nice drive start here.
Best drive start of the day, as a matter of fact. as the Saints have had far better drive starts through the course of the day than the Bills. 1st and 10. Cook the lone setback here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Allen under center. Motion from Moore right to left. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Fires over the middle to Cook out of the backfield. 45. Looks to cut it back inside as Granderson got the corner on him. And he wraps him up and drops him after a gain of 5.
That's good athleticism out there by Granderson. It looked like Cook was going to be able to take it around the outside, and he's able to contain him. Cook has been electric here today. That's an impressive play by Granderson, who's also got a sack on the day.
7th-year player out of Wyoming. Goes 6'5", 261. It's a good open field play. 2nd and 5 for the Bills. Play clock down to 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Allen in the shotgun here. Cook to his left. Here's the snap. 5-man rush. Allen rolls right, looking down the right sideline for Kincaid. And another great play in pass coverage by the safety, Sanker. That's his 2nd pass breakup, and he also has an interception today.
He's playing well out there. I thought Josh Allen could have taken off for the first there. Instead, one-on-one coverage down the field, decides to go to Kincaid, who's been held without a catch so far here today. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Bills, and they're just 2 for 6 on 3rd down today.
Bills going to need one here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, along with Kincaid, the tight end. Ty Johnson flared out left in the backfield. Allen in the shotgun. Play clock down to 4. Down to 2. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. Allen going to step up in the pocket. Trips and stumbles, but he's got the first down. Still on his feet. 35, 30, and he's down to the 28-yard line. Rumble, young man, rumble. 27 yards. My goodness.
Josh said, I'll do this one myself. Give me this 3rd and 5. He drops back the pass and makes the decision to run fast. Gets tripped up right around the first down marker, but then continues to go through contact. Jukes out 2 defenders at the 2nd level.
Yeah,
he's something.
He made Pete Werner look like a house standing on the side of the road. Left him in the dust.
He buckled him.
Back in the shotgun here. Split backs. Play clock down to 4 on 1st and 10 from the 28. Takes the snap, fakes the throw to the flat, looks down the sideline. He's got Kincaid, who's going to walk it in for a 23-yard touchdown. Oh, they got the Saints biting on that one. Fake to the flat, throw to the sideline, and it's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
They fake the bubble screen to the outside. Kincaid acts like he's going to block out there, and he completely leaves Granderson on the outside, who was ready to defend the bubble screen. Joe Brady with a heck of a play call there.
Bills are lined up for the Catholic Health extra point. Catholic Health, the right way to care. The snap got muffed there. Flags fly. We'll have to see what happened there as the ball didn't even come out.
And this is a big PAT attempt here because it's just an 8-point lead right now for the Bills. This would make it a 2-score game.
Start. Offense number 69, 5-yard penalty, retry.
So that'll back him up 5. So this extra point is now a 38-yarder instead of a 33-yarder.
9th penalty on the day for the Bills. You don't often see 2 penalties on a long snapper in a game, but Reed's tacked up 2 of them.
There's a snap by Ferguson, hold by Johnston, kick by Prater is up, and it's good, and a good job by Johnston there. Snap was a little low, he handled it, and the point is up and good for an all-important 9-point lead as the Bills are up 28-19 with 7:07 remaining. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
At Kaleida Health, there's no off-season. We train. We fight. We win. We celebrate. Because every day is game day. And here, care runs deep. Learn more about our role as the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills at KaleidagameDay.com. Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, this is Sal Capaccio. My friends at Northtown want to make sure you have peace of mind when purchasing a vehicle. Northtown vehicles come with an exclusive engine protection warranty on virtually every new and used vehicle. Northtown Engine Shield Protection. It's exclusively available from Northtown and helps prevent those unexpected costs that none of us planned for. Find what you're looking for with Northtown Engine Shield Protection. Find whatever you're looking for anytime at northtownauto.com. Northtown Automotive, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Delta Sonic Car Wash. It started out with a kiss.
By Northtown Hyundai, West New York's premier Hyundai dealership. Shop online at northtownhyundai.com.
By Catalyst Fitness. Activate your life in 30 minutes.
By Mike Barney Nissan. Awesome cars, great dealership, lousy jingle.
And by T-Mark Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. The official residential HVAC company of the Buffalo Bills and Buffalo Sabres.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Back at Highmark Stadium, Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Mr. Brightside has the fans pumped up as the Bills are up by 9. Prater kicks it off, and it's going to be fielded at the 1-yard line by Jones. He gets out to the 15, 20, tripped up and nailed by A.J. Epinesa. A flag comes in late. He got out to the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. See what the penalty's about.
This was a late flag thrown, and it came all the way back, almost back by where Prater was from where he kicked off.
Illegal hands to the face, kicking team number 45. 5-yard penalty, they got it at the end of the play. First down.
Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, let's recap that to the drive time. It just took 4 plays. They went 60 yards in a minute and 46 seconds. So the Bills opened back up a 2-score lead after the touchdown pass from Josh Allen to Dalton Kincaid. That's driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills.
So that penalty moves it out to the 31-yard line for the Saints. Rattler in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, complete underneath to Cooks, who was wrestled to the ground immediately by Shaq Thompson. Thompson was the player who committed the illegal hands to the face penalty on the kickoff. Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. No huddle by the Saints with 6:40 and counting left. Rattler in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, and it's complete right at midfield to Rashid Shaheed. Tackled by Tre'Davious White, but it's a first down, and the sticks will move.
Rattler's done a nice job in the second half of being decisive, and he's picking apart this Bills secondary.
There has been no pass rush to speak of. Fakes the handoff, play action. Going to go underneath the Kamara, and he is separated from the football by Shaq Thompson, and that's the physical element that Thompson brings to the field.
He's a tone setter out there. He set the tone last week against Miami early in the game on the hit on Achane, and he's had a couple of those here today.
Kamara got shook on that one. 2nd and 10 from midfield for the Saints. Crowd trying to become a factor again. Rattler in the shotgun, trips left the formation. Pumps and now throws in the left flat under pressure by Joey Bosa, and the pass falls incomplete as the Bills finally get some pressure on Rattler.
Yeah, he hasn't had much pressure on him in the pocket, and when he has, he's been able to scramble. He's been able to scramble and make the Bills defense pay, but Bosa gets there in a hurry there. That was going to be a quick throw by Rattler, and Bosa beat the left tackle really fast there. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Saints offense, and this Highmark crowd's in a frenzy.
Yeah, that's that rookie first-round pick, Kelvin Banks out of Texas, 9th overall pick in the draft. Crowds as loud as they've been all day here on 3rd and 10 with 6:09 left. Bunch formation on the left for the Saints. Single receiver right. Rattler in the shotgun. Bills are going to blitz. Back to pass. Dumps it off complete to Shaheed. And he's tackled shy of the first down marker by Benford. It's a gain of 8 and a 4th and 2 here for the Saints. Pressure by Greg Rousseau. But the Saints are clearly going to go for it here. And they're getting up on the ball in a hurry. Bills better hustle back to the line. 4th and 2. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Dumps it off. It's complete to Kamara. Spins out of a tackle, but he's short. Half a yard short as Tre'Davious White makes the stop. It's a turnover on downs for Buffalo's defense.
That's a big-time stop there by this Bills defense, and a great play by Tre'Davious White, who tackles Kamara there just shy of the stick. So now this Bills offense has an opportunity to take over and put this game out of reach. Up 9 right now, 28-19. They got 5:36 left in this one. The Saints still have all 3 timeouts. Wouldn't expect them to start using those this early in the game, though.
Got a discussion point I want to go over with you on that 4th down decision regarding their no-huddle approach there.
Yeah, likely a little bit rushed of a play call in a do-or-die moment.
3 tight end set for the Bills. Allen under center. Cook the lone setback and to take the handoff. Over the right side. And he gets out to the 45-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. McKinstry on the tackle. I mean, Eric, the crowd's in a frenzy. They just got a 3rd down stop. And it's do or die there. You have to get that conversion, and they hurry up on the ball. And I felt like the Saints were a little rushed.
Of the half. Be at 30 seconds in length.
Yeah, I was wrong. The Saints are going to start using their timeouts now. But, no, I'm with you, Chris. And the other end of the spectrum there would be, if you go no huddle, the Bills are scrambling. You're likely going to get a vanilla play call from the Bills defense, which they did with just the 4-man rush and zone coverage behind it. But in a do-or-die situation, you like to think, hey, we got to get to our best stuff here.
Get your best stuff and get everybody on the same page. This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health and the Patricia Allen Fund for the most critical moments. Give today. So we've got 5:30 left. Saints still have 2 timeouts to burn. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Bills at their own 45. 2 tight end set for Buffalo. Receiver to each side. Cook the lone setback. Motion from Hawes right to left. Fakes the handoff, and there's a whistle. And it's going to be
11th penalty of the day on the Bills.
So on a day...
Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So on a day when the Bills play a team that's tied for the league lead in penalties, they are an egregious offender.
And there they were setting up a play-action rollout, and it looked like it was going to be open on the backside. They've been setting that up all game long, too, with the motion by Jackson Halls as he inserts up into the line of scrimmage. They married that identical formation in motion, and it looked like that was going to go for a nice gain.
Instead, it's 2nd and 11 here. Allen in the shotgun. 2 receivers left with the tight end. 1 to the right. Cook to the right in the backfield. Back to pass. Quick slant to Shakir, who tries to spin out of a tackle. Gets out to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. Demario Davis on the tackle. And another timeout here by the Saints. This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health as the official health care provider of the Buffalo Bills.
2nd of the half.
Care runs
30
deep
seconds in length.
at Kaleida Health.
Clock operator, please reset to 5:25. 5:25.
So the Bills are up 9.
Thank you.
They got a 3rd and 5 situation here. As we know, they were in a similar area of the field when faced with a 4th and 1, went for it and did not get it. So it's going to be very interesting if they do not pick up the first down here, what the decision is.
Yeah, it's only a difference of 5 yards, but they were in Saints territory. I think you let Josh Allen drop back to pass here and let him have the mindset of, if I don't see an easy completion, I take off and run, which either gives you the first down or requires New Orleans to use their final timeout.
Allen going to work from the shotgun here. 3 receivers to the left. The tight end is on the right. Ty Johnson to the left of Allen in the shotgun here on 3rd and 5. There's the snap. Back to pass, has to step up in the pocket and avoid pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack as he is dropped by Brian Brzee, the 3rd-year player out of Clemson. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and the punt team is out for Buffalo as the Saints use their last timeout. This timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health. At Kaleida Health, every day is game day. It has looked ugly here, Eric.
It has. There's been some sloppy moments here today for this Bills team all across the board. And, I mean, I can't remember the last time the Bills gave up 3 sacks in a game, and Josh Allen's taking some shots there in the pocket. And, you know, you have Spencer Brown out for this game, and you take for granted how great those 2 tackles are and how consistent they are. And Ryan Vandermark, a solid player in this league, and not putting the blame solely on him today, but you get a different guy in there. Sometimes you have to, you know, maybe push your protections towards him to help him out more often, which can mess up a little bit of your flow up front.
Johnston back to punt this one away. Rashid Shaheed deep to return for the Saints. There's the snap. And they came after it and ran into the punter. And Johnston got hit badly. I mean, they took out his knee on that play.
And he may be injured here. He just threw his helmet. He's in a lot of pain down there. 2 flags down by him. So this is likely going to be back-to-back weeks where there's a roughing the punter call that extends a Bills drive late in the game.
They tried to block it and did not come close.
Roughing the kicker, defense number 53, a 15-yard penalty, first down.
So that's Jalen Ford, the reserve linebacker. And in a week where the Saints have heard nothing but how awful their special teams were, they try to make a play there, and it proves catastrophic for them as the offense will come back out onto the field. Good to see Cameron Johnston limping off under his own power. For those that don't know, that is his plant leg.
Yeah,
he's a righty kicker.
Yeah, his left leg.
Man, his left ankle.
Yeah, his left leg. It did not look pretty on the replay.
Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, thankfully he's walking up, but guys, he'll get checked out. He is very upset. And let's remember, Cameron Johnston punted 1 game last year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. On his second punt, essentially the same thing happened. Tore his ACL. He was out all year, rehabbed all summer long. The Bills brought him in very late in the process just a couple of weeks ago. You got to feel for the guy. He just missed a whole football season, basically, due to an ACL tear.
He's going into the medical tent now. Well, he will undergo further examination. The offense back on the field for the Bills as we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. And they will have possession in Saints territory after the penalty mark-off. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Saints 41. And the offense has got to get back to executing here.
They do. And they're likely going to get a heavy dose of James Cook with maybe a touch of play action sprinkled in.
Cook already has 20 carries on the day for 110 yards. Allen under center. Play clock down to 7. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. And now he's going to throw it to Cook in the flat, who just ducks and covers and gets down to the 39 as Alante Taylor came screaming up from his corner position to make the stop.
That play there is the one that they used on the goal in the red zone that Josh Allen ended up running in and scoring. That time he dumps it off to Cook. Cook didn't want a chance where he could be funneled out of bounds to stop the clock, so he ducks under the defender to just pick up 2.
4:40 and counting left in this one. Bills up 28-19. 2nd and 8 at the Saints 39. I formation here with Gilliam in the game. Cook the deep setback. Here's some motion left to right from Moore. Fakes the handoff to Cook. It's a keeper to Allen, and he might have a shot at the end zone. 30, 25, and he slides down inbounds at the 23. They're going to mark him at the 24 where the slide started. So it's a 15-yard run by Allen, and the clock will continue to run as it's 1st and 10 at the 24.
Josh Allen up to 48 yards rushing on the day. A little more rushing production than we expected to see from Josh here today. But when you have a tight ball game, 17, you're going to put the ball in his hands.
We're up under 4 minutes left as we're at 3:50 and counting left. Bills up 28-19 and trying to drive their way to more points. Allen under center. Here's motion from the fullback Gilliam. Pitch play right to Cook. Cuts it back inside. Lowers the shoulder, and he's down to the 19-yard line as the Bills are in the Relax red zone. Relax, we got this. It's a gain of, let's see here, 5 on the play. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, I'm just trying to play this out in my head. I think it's possible the Bills could kneel it out if they get another first down. They do have a 2-minute warning. But the other thing I'm thinking, who would hold if they do kick a field goal here?
Mitch Trubisky's been on the sideline practicing his holds.
Yep, thank you. I didn't see that, Eric. I appreciate that. I'm going to take a look down on the other side there.
And Johnston is out of the injury tent now, and Reed Ferguson's going to be snapping to him to see if he's able to just get out there and hold.
2nd and 5. Handoff goes to Cook, working over the right side. And he gets a yard, maybe 2 on the play, down to the 17. Pete Werner, the linebacker, on the tackle.
If the Bills get a first down here on this next play, they will be able to kneel this one out. It'll break their streak of games going over 30 points, but play as sloppy as the Bills did at times today with all the penalties, interception, and a bunch of missed tackles defensively, you're happy to get out of here with a win.
Cameron Johnston has strapped on a giant knee brace on his left knee as he continues to see if he can handle a snap. Allen in the shotgun here on 3rd and 3, and timeout is called by the Bills as the play clock was down to 1. They weren't going to get it off.
That was likely the plan.
Buffalo, their 3rd and final timeout of the half. There's 30 seconds left.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health. All heart, all hustle, every single day. Let's go down to the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, let's get to the Barnes Firm injury report. Injured for help, call 1-800-8-million. Remarkably, and really good news here, Cameron Johnston can go back into this game, I'm told. Now, not sure if he would actually punt, but he is ready to hold if the Bills do kick a ball here, whether it's an extra point or a field goal. They did examine his knee. He is cleared to go back into this game right now.
All right, thanks for that update, Sal. So we'll see what happens here on 3rd down. They're hoping to get the first down here, which would get them to the 2-minute warning. Three receivers out to the left here. Allen in the shotgun, tight end right. Cook to the right of Allen in the backfield. 3rd and 3, back to pass, looking left, pumps, now fires underneath and misfired. The intended receiver was Joshua Palmer. There was pressure coming off his right side from Rumpf. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Sports Radio 550 WGR Buffalo and WKSE HD2 Niagara Falls, Buffalo, 98.5 FM.
An Odyssey sports station.
And the Bills in a similar situation here, Eric, to where they were last week. Now, the lead was a little different. They have a 9-point lead now, and they're going to bring the field goal unit on to try to go up by 12. Field goal attempt brought to you by Univera Healthcare right here for Western New York teams on and off the field. Going to be a 35-yarder from the right hash. And Johnston is on to handle the snap. There's the snap. Hold is down. Kick on the way. And it is good. So with 2:09 left, the Bills have hit the 30-point mark again. They now lead 31-19. What do you make of that decision, though? I mean, it's 4th down. Get some points.
Yeah.
It doesn't help you tremendously. You're already up by 2, up 9 before the kick.
Yeah, potentially takes out the option of New Orleans getting down the field. If you get stopped there on 4th down, you're up 9. They could potentially kick a field goal, go for the onside kick, and then try and get a touchdown.
Take the points.
Yeah.
I get it. So we got 2:09 left. Saints with no timeouts. The clock will stop for them on the 2-minute warning, provided we don't have a long return here. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, a Toyota drive time of 9 plays, 42 yards, 3 minutes and 27 seconds is capped off by another Matt Prater field goal that's driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. Can you guys help me out? How in the world did the Bills once again score 31 points after what we watched offensively for most of this game?
I think we were saying some of that, a bit of that last week, too, when the offense went into the doldrums, in the middle of the third quarter last week, and they still end up with 31. I would argue that this performance was even more uneven than last week.
I agree.
Prater set to kick this one off. Bayless Jones and Kendre Miller deep to return for the Saints. And this one's going to reach the end zone, which will give the Saints the football back at the 35. I have to believe Prater was told to do that.
Yeah, try and prevent any type of long return. Don't have the risk of a touchdown return in that situation. The Bills started off this game with back-to-back touchdown drives, then really hit a bad lull. You talk about how you get to 30 points. You put up 14 in the first quarter. That helps it in a big way.
So if you thought the Saints went fast earlier, they're going to go super fast now as they are down 12 with 2:09 left. Rattler in the shotgun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Dime defense here for Buffalo. Takes the snap, back to pass, pressure coming off the edge. He's got to loft it over the sideline out of bounds as pressure was coming from Joey Bosa and Terrell Bernard. It was intended for Olave, but was really nowhere near him.
Bills brought a 5-man pressure there, and Spencer Rattler felt Bosa on his right-hand side, had to scramble out to his left, and then just sails this one out of bounds.
So 2nd and 10 here, 2:04 left, as this will probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left in an empty set. Back to pass under pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack. A.J. Epinesa got him. Dropped him at the 24-yard line. It's a loss of 9. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Bills up 31-19 on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
Protecting with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Paid actors represent actual claims.
After my motorcycle accident, my attorneys at the Barnes firm got me $300,000. 5 times more than insurance offered.
After my car accident, insurance offered $50,000. My case was worth over $1 million more.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. Is your case worth more than the insurance company says? Call the Barnes firm now. You might be surprised.
My case was worth $800,000.
What's your case worth? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 Grinder, 500 Pearl.
Dear Bills Mafia, for the ultimate tailgate, check out Toyota trucks. Because when the grilling's done, Toyota takes adventure into overtime. Tacoma's as tough as they come. And the rugged Tundra wins big when the game's on the line. It's an all-pro lineup you'll root for every mile. Huddle up and find yours at Toyota.com today. Go Bills! Toyota, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at Northwest.com.
By Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up.
Powered by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills.
By Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Bills fans.
By New York State, our schools are going phone free. Scroll less, learn more.
And by Dr. Todd Shatkin and the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery.
You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Well, the Bills are about 2 minutes away, exactly 158 from being unbeaten still, 4-0 in the year. And how about the Chargers, who are 3-0, down to the Giants right now, 21-18. Giants have the ball at their own 41-yard line, and there is less than 3 minutes left in that game. Battle the unbeatens in Tampa. Bucks have the ball, driving at midfield. They trail the Eagles 31-23. So fantastic finish, maybe coming up in that one. That's your NFL scoreboard, delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Chris Brown, Eric Wood with you. First, 3rd and 21 here for the Saints at their own 24. Down 12. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Fires, and it's complete to Rashid Shaheed. But he's short of the first down marker as he gets out to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And it stops the clock. It looked like he was rolling out of bounds backwards, which should have had the clock keep going, but instead they're going to stop the clock with 1:51.
So it brings up a 4th and 7 from the 38 in Saints territory. They're obviously going for it, down 12 with 1:51 left. Split backs. Rattler in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 4. Here's the snap. 4-man rush, and they've got him again, and the ball is out. Recovered by the Saints, but it's a turnover on downs. A.J. Epinesa forced the fumble. Eric McCoy, the center, hopped on it to retain possession, but it's Buffalo football. A.J. Epinesa's having a fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2 sacks on this drive, forces a fumble there to end the football game. Great job by this Bills defense late, putting some pressure on Rattler.
And it might have been the leg of an offensive lineman that might have got the ball out. No, it was Joey Bosa with the forced fumble. Epinesa on the sack.
Yep, give credit to Bosa on that one. He got home.
And that is the 4th forced fumble of the season by Joey Bosa. So the Bills offense will take over here. 1:44 left at the Saints 34-yard line. And it's kneel down time here as the Bills are in victory formation. Allen takes a knee on 1st and 10. And that'll chew up 40 seconds as the Saints are powerless to stop the clock. They're out of timeouts. Bills will do that 2 more times and get out of here.
Wasn't always pretty, and it's not always going to be in this league, but you get a 12-point win here at Highmark Stadium when you don't feel like you had your best day, and you had a lot of sloppy moments out there, but the Bills will be excited to get out of here with another win.
Another win indeed, as the Bills will now improve to 13-0 with a point differential of plus 182 at home since 2024, counting their home playoff games. They've now won 14 straight home playoff games. The team record is 15, set by the 1990-91 Bills. So they're 1 game off of matching that mark. They're also going to improve to 4-0 for the first time since 2020 as Josh Allen kneels down on 3rd and 10, and the final 34 seconds will tick away. As I mentioned, 13-0, plus 182 point differential at home since the start of last season, Eric. They're the only undefeated team and best point differential over that span. They're also an NFL best, plus 18 in the turnover margin. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with Buffalo Bills cornerback Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious, they go for it on 4th down. Alvin Kamara makes the catch. You make the tackle. Take us through the big play.
Just playing team total defense, doing my job, just doing what the coverage dictate. I got to be there in the flats for the team, and I was able to make the play. So, just doing my job.